All right, Shalom. We're the brothers of Great Millstone, the branch out of Des Moines. First and foremost, we'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Ruchakodash.
double honors to our apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all you brothers who are preaching the gospel of truth and the sincerity, always in charity. And you can see the title of the lesson. It's entitled Spirit Like the Wind, which means another week out in the highways and hedges to Wadi Bahasham Yahushai for continually giving us of this Holy Spirit, to go out and to chant the walls of Babylon down, man. And for allowing us to gather through the Holy Spirit to put forth these Spirit Like the Wind lessons. Lord, will we hope is edifying. And before we hit the button, before the camera got rolling, man, we was just talking about, the Lord's creation and just marveling at the different things that the Lord created on this earth, and the different varieties, that the Lord has provided us with, man, because this earth was meant, for our benefit, man, the Lord gave it the name Aidan for a reason, which means a paradise. So this earth, we were meant to, reap the benefits, of the earth and what it produces. And here it is, you got this devil, Esau Edom, he hoards all the precious minerals, the precious things to himself, man, But we were just talking about how in the kingdom of heaven, man, we're going to be able to have, all these different varieties of things. Like we was talking about the honey, brothers is familiar with Manuka honey, which is has high value and its benefits to the body, whether you eat it or as a topical, man, use it on cuts and burns, and how it disinfects the wounds and is antibacterial and so forth and so on, the different properties that it has. But it's not just the Manuka honey. There's different honeys, that bees create that pollinate different plants. If brother want to put that on camera real quick. No, what he got, and then you can show what you got. But that right there is eucalyptus honey. So you have certain particular bees that pollinate the eucalyptus plant, and when they go and make honey, it has those different properties and things within it. So we're going to get the fullness of all that, man. Can the brother say Second Esdras, the 5th chapter? But go ahead. I don't know what the brother wanted to show. Go ahead and explain what he's showing.
The list that you have put in the group.
Oh, okay.
Different honey.
Different honeys.
Yeah, there's raw honey, manuka honey, clover honey, buckwheat honey, eucalyptus honey. That's the one we just showed. Linden honey, acacia honey, and those are the ones that
That's just a few.
Yeah, those are just a few.
And that's just a handful, man. That's just a handful. We were talking about, brothers like smells, different fragrances, so you got different type of frankincense trees, and we're going to have all these things in abundance in its variety, man. We're not just going to be, what's the word, restricted, like for instance, I seen a clip, I didn't do no research or look up it, but it was a clip about, I think it was purple bananas. I don't know if brother seen that same clip or meme that I seen, but it was a clip about purple bananas and the benefits of it. And it's like, nigga, all we got is this yellow GMO banana.
There's red bananas too.
But there's a whole variety of these different fruits and things that the Lord has created in order for us to reap the benefits of, man. And this is something that we're looking forward to in the kingdom of heaven. But you got what you got out.
It's Second Esdras chapter 6 and verse 44. It says, "For immediately there was great and innumerable fruit."
Right. Now this was done the 3rd day, right?
Yep.
There's according to Genesis,
42.
The 1st chapter. He said on the 3rd day he caused the dry land to appear. And then what started to grow upon the dry land? Vegetation, fruit trees, herbs. So this is what took place on the 3rd 1,000-year period, right? Go ahead.
"For immediately there was great and innumerable fruit, and many and diverse pleasures for the taste, and flowers of unchangeable color, and odors of wonderful smell."
And odors of wonderful smell, man. So a lot of the resin we get, the copal or the frankincense or the dragon's blood, these Palo Santo, yeah, the wood, Palo Santo wood. These are all, you know, things that we're familiar with, but there's a variety of these things that the Lord has created in abundance in the earth, man.
Innumerable.
You know, or like even food, like brothers like lamb. It's like, damn, let's get some lamb. You know that there is a variety of lamb that's out there, man. Different type of goat,
Yeah.
different type of deer, you know, different type of fish. A lot of times you ask a brother, you salmon, you know, how many type of lawful fish you think, you know, trout, salmon, and it's really like it's limited how many, you know, we really know
That we
about,
have
man.
access to.
Yeah, man. But see, in the kingdom of heaven, man, we're gonna have access to, man. The Lord is really it's gonna be full access, man. It's not gonna be no limitation on anything, man. You know, we're gonna be able to enjoy all the lawful things that the Lord has created on this earth, man. You know, different smells that we're able to put together, and you know, our brothers like to make their own, you know, put this smell together with this smell and see what that creates, you know. And we're gonna enjoy that in the kingdom of heaven, man. You got individuals that think we just all they think about is women. Man, nigga, our mind is way past that shit.
Right.
You know? It's far past just women. That's a, you know, that's a given. You know what I'm saying? But our mind is so much further than that, man. And as we was talking about it, the Lord is gonna give us all these things on the earth to have access to. Just imagine what's behind that, man. That the Lord is going to give us access to, man. And the things on this earth is wonderful. You know? Like we was talking about, just the limited things that we got. We be wooed at it like, damn, I didn't even know.
Yeah.
So just imagine when the full access of the earth is given to us.
Yeah.
You know? Yep.
If I may say, it's like only through social media with that you get to see certain fruits and stuff that's around the world. You know, here in Babylon the Great, it's like, you know, Esau, he doesn't let that shit, he doesn't let that shit come in. The majority of the trees that you see, they're all male trees.
If it do come in,
Yeah.
we ain't got money for it.
Yeah, you know what
We
I'm
ain't got the access to it. That's, you know,
Yeah.
but you got certain individuals here with that's money wise speaking, they got access to certain things that we don't. You know?
And it's not no accident that Esau basically planted mostly male trees. So you got to go to him, you know what I'm saying, to get these just regular fruit shit that just would grow regularly. Peaches, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that, you know, lemon trees and stuff like that, you know. And he does that on purpose, you know.
Everybody used to have a tree like that in their yard. You know, an
Yeah.
apple tree, a pear tree. It just used to be everywhere. Now nobody has those type of fruit trees in their yard because he doesn't want you to be self-sustaining.
Different type of berries,
Yep.
you know,
Yeah,
growing,
berry
but, you
bushes.
know.
You know, now you got to go to him, and then you go into the produce section. The produce section is trash in majority of these, you know, in majority of these supermarkets, man. All right, well, it's showing you that we need salvation. Like the brother said, it's beyond just women. You got these niggas in the manosphere. All they can, you know, that's what they talk about is women. All, you know, we gonna get that. We gonna get virgins. All right, righteous women in the kingdom. But like the brother said, it goes beyond that. We're signing crime for all the abominations in the midst thereof. The women is one of them, but the food is another one.
But even in that, in its variety.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I was going.
No, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna mention because I was first thinking about the fruits that it mentioned, right? So you could have a pear seed, but depending on the soil that you plant it in, or you can plant it in soil in this area or that area, and then it's gonna change the taste, the flavor, the color of it.
Like different apples.
Yep,
You got
different
green
apples.
apple, which you get that sour. You know, then you got, you know, red apples that got that yellow greenish hue to it, and it's more sweet.
Yeah.
Then you got yellow apples, and you know what I'm saying?
It's the same thing, like, you know, going even with, you know, the brother had mentioned, you know, women, you know, plant your seed, this and, you know, different areas, you know, whatever, you know, you get mixed women. That was something that Esau favored a lot. I forget what he called them. Apostle Tahar had mentioned them on the line. I think
Fancy girls.
Fancy girl.
yeah, fantasy girl, you know, but it was a desire towards those women with that type of complexion or whatever. Jake got different varieties of types of women. Sometimes Jake want this type of woman or that type of woman or whatever the case may be. But, you know, having access to variety and all these different things,
Yeah.
you know,
Esau want to regulate you to fucking Keisha, man, with the goddamn
Tape with the-
umbrellas,
yeah.
man.
We got them
Sex
tape
red,
edges.
You know, yeah, damn blind wig and shit, and a bad attitude, and a stink instead of a well smell. You know what I mean? That's another thing, man. You know, we were talking about, man. You know how women would bathe in these herbs and stuff like that, and these oils. You know what I mean? This is Cain that's ruling, man.
Scar.
Yeah.
If I could hit this real quick, Romans 8:32, he that spared not his own son, but delivered him up for us all, how shall he not with him also freely give us all things? You know, so we're going to have access to all things, man. It says that the meek shall inherit the earth.
Damn, I had that.
Man, that's the spirit.
It's the book of I had it in Psalms and in the Gospel.
And that's a beautiful thing, man. Like, really, like, shoot, I genuinely enjoy different smells, and you know, and like we was talking about, you know, you can mix certain smells with the colognes and different things like that. Like, you know, you can have your own scent that you can mix. Even in the law, it was a certain oil that it was like you couldn't even replicate.
yeah,
it, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Well, the priest, the anointing oil for the priest.
Yeah. But it was a certain scent that like, nah, this is the priest can only have this scent on him. Like that was the Lord, like he could only have this scent.
Well, it's like how the Lord, he created all these different, what it says in Acts, I believe that's the 17th chapter. It says of one blood, he created all these nations. So look at all these variety of people that came out of Adam. You know, so you can take one seed, like an apple seed, but like you said, then you mix it with this atmosphere,
Right.
with this, you know, climate,
Right.
you know, and
This
with this soil, with the different minerals.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now that apple seed now produces a different flavor and a
Right.
different taste. And this is why we see with the cats. You know, you got the lion, the tiger, you got these different varieties, you know.
Yeah. Hey, even with the gold, you know, the scriptures talk about the golden wedge of Ophir.
So the Lord is gonna allow us to you got a frankincense or a eucalyptus plant, you know, and then you could cross-pollinate it with another eucalyptus plant and get a more potent smell, or
Right.
you know, because you plant it in this soil with this climate with this minerals, then you plant it in this climate with this minerals, then it grows, and they both eucalyptus plants, but now they got two different properties with two different smells. You know, then you could cross-pollinate them two to get something different, man. You know, and the Lord does that naturally through bees. That's why in the book, the scriptures talk about how our land flowed with milk and honey. You know, I remember years ago, you remember that Khazar, he was a Jewish cat. He was like, how can you guys be the people when you're lactose intolerant? like it was talking about a literal land flowing with milk. Stupid nigga. You know?
What a dumbass fucking.
When it says that the Lord will grant us a land flowing with milk and honey, well, where does milk come from? Cattle. So it's showing you that our land would be abundant enough to support cattle.
Ezekiel.
You see? And then what did it say? Honey. Where does honey come from? Bees. Bees become numerous or they multiply in what? In heavy vegetation, man, with flowers and trees everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's just showing you the abundance or how fruitful our land was, man. And that's going to go back into that. You know, so the Lord does it naturally through bees and through birds. You know, because here it is, a bird. You got particular birds that migrate. They'll be in Hawaii. There's a particular bird that he like vacations, for lack of a better word, in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Then he takes a trip over the Pacific and flies up to Alaska.
After he just ate hella seeds.
So he'll eat particular seeds in a certain climate in Hawaii, and then he'll fly up to Alaska and take a shit in the soil.
Shut him up.
That seed drops in the ground, and now the Lord has fertilized that seed in a whole other land. So the Lord does that naturally by the birds and the bees and birds and bees. That's wild.
That's crazy.
It's just pop, you know.
That's life.
Because that's you know, yeah. We're talking about the same thing here, you know.
What are we talking about?
But but the Lord does that naturally. And you know, Esau and people are able to do that on the low form here, but in the kingdom of heaven, we're gonna have the actual understanding and knowledge of these things, man. So we're able, man. It ain't gonna be no limit to what combinations that we're able to put forth in new things to bring out of the earth
Man,
through the spirit and power of Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shai, man. Like, these is the things we looking forward to, bro. Like, thinking royally, like these people, once again, they think they're just gonna have a bunch of women and they like that. Yes, we do.
Yeah,
Like,
we
nigga,
will.
yeah. But that ain't the only thing that's on our mind.
Nah.
Like, we have a rulership mentality, man. So we're thinking about the different resources that we're going to be able to allocate. The different gold and silver and precious stones. The different precious minerals, man, and these different things. The fruits and all. You know, this is what we're thinking about, man.
Repairing the
The
planet.
synergy of being restored.
Everything getting back into,
Yeah.
you know.
Because it's proper place.
The circle of life, like
Lion King.
like Lion King, man. Everything, and when you go into that, I believe the word synergy, I believe it goes into that like a circular, you know, because everything lives. Look, what we're talking about. Hey, what's the Drake say? More life, right? More life. Well, the Lord said, "I come to." He said,
I come to bring life and to bring it more abundantly.
And more abundantly, man. See, right now we're in the valley of the shadow of death, man. The brother was just talking about how that small hat was talking about. You guys are lactose intolerant, but look at the land right now, man. You got what is called the kaputs, man. You got a goddamn import fucking trees, man. That place looks dead, and the people look.
It is dead.
It's
They
dead,
don't
man.
look dead. It is dead.
It's dead, man. You know, and come on, bro. Like, listen, man. We're looking to enjoy the earth, man. We're not gonna need a fucking passport. Okay, we're gonna need to ask permission to. You get on a boat, man. You should be able to get in a boat and go fucking sail as far as the eye can see.
Yeah, if you got a boat, why can't shit? You just hop on that motherfucker.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, this is that Psalms chapter 37 and verse 11. It says, "But the meek shall inherit the earth and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace." All right, the meek shall inherit the earth, as it says in the book of, I read it also in the Gospel, Matthew 5:5, is Yahweh Shai speaking, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus. "Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth." So this is the reward of the meek. This is the reward that the Lord is going to give to his servants, the prophets that fear his name, small and great, as it says in the book of Revelations. It says the time has come that the dead shall be judged, and wrath come upon the nations, and that the Lord should destroy them that destroy the earth, and give a reward unto his servants, the prophets that fear his name. The reward is new immortal bodies and the earth. All right, the meek shall inherit the earth. So that's what we're going to be starting off with. Again, going back into the statement of our mind is beyond women. That comes with conquering the spoils. But that's not the whole part of the spoils. We get in gold, like you was mentioning, different types of gold, in areas that's, gold is already precious, but there's, more precious gold in the earth that is it's all going to be ours, man.
And then even then, like with King Solomon, it talks about how he knew the nature of roots.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was hoping that too.
Yeah.
There's so much, like, for one plant, there's so many uses. You can use the leaf of the plant for certain things. You can use the root of it. You can use the fruit of it for so many different things, man. And this is what we're gonna get the knowledge of, man. It's like you don't even like even gold. Like a lot of people just think like gold, it just looks nice. Like no, gold has properties that are actually beneficial for your body. That's why we had gold and silverware.
Conductor of electricity.
It was exactly. So it's like our buildings, they're gonna be made with actual gold, and that's gonna have that's not just to look good. It's gonna look good on top, but it has properties to it that has a certain vibration that could set that can change, has an effect on your mood and all these different things. Like our buildings, and goes back to like you had the gold that was known for, the golden wedge of Ophir, the gold that came from the Americas. Imagine it's like, all right, you got certain buildings that are going to be made with certain properties, but it's like, nah, I want this mineral. All right, this specific room is going to be made from this mineral. All right, but I want this mineral, this black copal, all right, to come from this area. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to set a certain vibration. So it's like these are things that we're going to have access to in abundance to actually do
It was like the spices. That was from Sheba.
Exactly.
And let's grab these.
Wisdom of Solomon?
Hold that Wisdom of Solomon. Like what we talking about?
Let's
brothers
bring it
got
all out,
precepts.
yeah.
Let's read it, man.
Because this is the faith. The faith is written. He promised it to us, and he said he's not slack concerning his promise. Like this is written down, and we believe Well, it says in the book of Jeremiah, it
His
says
word won't come back void.
it's yeah, that's
It's written.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's
you
simple.
know, no, I wasn't saying that.
Right.
Because you said that these things written, and that's all I thought about was like, look, the Lord spoke it.
right.
We gonna be able to enjoy it. But you were speaking about
Yeah,
Jeremiah.
in Jeremiah it says that the evil that the Lord said
got
that
you.
he
Right.
yeah.
Jeremiah 29, I think.
This is Jeremiah
30.
chapter
32 and
32.
42.
Yeah.
Right.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 32, and verse
Expected
42. It says, I'm gonna start at verse 41. It said 40. It says, and I will make an everlasting covenant with them, that I will not turn away from them to do them good, but I will put my fear in their hearts, that they shall not depart from me.
Yeah, so that's what we're the first and foremost. That's what we're looking forward to, man. The Lord giving us those new bodies with His laws and His commandments embedded into them, to where we can't go off, making us perfect, making us immortal. All right, and 100% pure, man. All right, so we thinking way beyond. All right, women. That just comes with the power, you know.
Well, Scripture says He causes wars to cease to the ends of the earth. One of the wars He's going to stop is the war with ourselves. The flesh is at war with the spirit. You know what I'm saying?
To our contrary.
And I was watching a clip of basically somebody was saying like how all these other tribes of people on earth outside of Esau, Edom, they always had a synergy with the earth. They worked with the earth. They lived with the earth. This motherfucker is at war with the earth.
Working
He's
together.
at war with creation.
And when you said that, that's what I thought about.
Yeah,
You know, because that's still gonna be a battle with these
Yeah.
heathen. That's still gonna be in the flesh.
Mhm.
He gonna end that war with us.
Yeah.
But that's still gonna be applied to the heathen. They still gonna have to battle the flesh. But what
Yeah.
I was thinking of was Esau's war against humanity is gonna be at an end, man. You know, see his adverse effect and
Creation.
you know how bees look. I remember being young, man. You know, when we go out at night, bro,
Lightning bugs.
lightning bugs everywhere.
Bro.
Yeah,
right.
Lightning bugs used to be everywhere, bro.
I haven't
During the
seen them in
day,
years,
we
bro.
would see dragonflies. We would see
Yes.
different butterflies, man.
Yeah.
Like it used to
Dragonflies,
be,
bro.
you know, and Jake was annoyed with him, but bro, it was flies everywhere.
When you
Like
drive-
it was just everything. When you go travel,
Yeah.
you would see all the gnats and shit all on the front of your car.
It
You
was,
know,
it was
I
life.
don't even see that shit no more.
Now, bro, we travel back and forth
Yeah.
to Chicago going through. We barely got bugs on
Not
the
bugs
windshield,
inside.
man.
Exactly, man.
When was the last time you seen a butterfly
Yeah.
or a dragonfly?
Yeah.
Dragonfly.
Hey, I'm thinking about that. What's that movie with Jim Carrey with Dumb and Dumber when they went on the road trip?
They had their face out there.
Them niggas eating all kind of fucking bugs, man. But hey, man, like the brother's saying, man, that like things are dead, man. This is a dead. It says the kingdom of death upon the earth, man. This is the valley. This is the lowest the earth has ever been, man. So and this devil, he's at war with creation, man. He doesn't live with creation. He's trying to conquer it, man. You know, and the Lord didn't create. That's why the earth is not yielding its strength to you, man. You know, and that's why you gotta get him up out of there. All right, the Lord finna get you up out of there, man. The scripture says the physician cut off a long disease, man. You're a fucking cancer to the earth, man. You know, you got that chick Margaret Sanger trying to label us the weeds in the garden that need to. No, the Lord's planning on getting rid of your ass, man. Scripture says, what is it? Isaiah the 14th chapter, no feller.
Bring it out.
This is Isaiah 14 and verse 6. It says, he who smote the people in wrath with the continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hindereth.
And this talking about the king of Babylon. This is talking about America, you know, the counter of the earth and the people that's ruling, you know, America. America's going to be destroyed, all right, and everybody that's working behind the scenes, okay, is going into captivity, all right. It said, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. So we're going to use these people, all right, we're going to use these people, which is the wicked rulers of this earth. We're going to use them to clean up the mess that they made. We're going to use them to begin to start to correct all the shit that they did to the earth, man. All right, go ahead.
Because it's the elites.
Yep.
You know that Donald Trump is the face, you know, as Babylon, as the, you know, the king of Babylon. But when you read down, it says what? Lucifer, that fell from heaven. And Lucifer is a light bearer. So this lets us know that that's the elites. Because Donald Trump is just a puppet.
A lesser luminary.
It's the elites that's controlling this thing from behind the scenes, like the brother said, man. You know, and a lot of these elites is based out of so-called Europe. You know, London and Spain and these different areas, man. You know, So like the brother said, those ones that's operating behind the scenes, all that is being taken down. You know, but you got it.
It says the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing.
Ding dong, the wicked witch is dead, man. You know?
The whole earth is gonna rejoice. It says, when the wicked are in authority, the people mourn, but when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. So
Yeah, so and it says in the Proverbs that the ant is a people. So that shows you even all the way down to an ant, they're gonna be rejoicing. You know that the soil isn't all fucked with like it is under Esau's authority, under his rule. The shrimp in the sea, they get to clean up. They get to eat shit all day and not worried about being on a nigga's menu.
Yeah.
All right. Everything is gonna be and it's gonna be used for what it's supposed to be used for, you know.
Yeah, you know, the ants get to go march. You know,
Yeah.
go march out, do what the hell they do. Ain't got to worry about this badass Edomite kid with a magnifying glass.
See,
You know, he ain't got to worry about all that. But finish that precept out.
it says, verse 7 or 8, it says, "Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no feller is come up against us."
So hey, so that's the everybody talking about heal the world, get world peace and all that shit. That's the cure. Getting rid of your ass, man.
Yep.
Getting rid of your ass, man. And just like that AI, that AI back in the day said, it's the small hats, you know.
Yeah, well, no, that was I think dude was a professor.
Scientist.
Oh yeah.
You know, old cat. He had the old white dreads.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
You know, but he was like, we gotta do away with Esau. He didn't say Esau. He said white people, but he was like, we gotta do away with them.
Yeah.
But he was like, bro, they the cause, they the problem.
Yeah.
You know.
Practical.
Yeah, and if you
That's
really
practical,
you can see. That's why you
Yeah.
got this demon Matt Walsh. I'm proud.
Yeah.
You're not gonna make me ashamed
He's
of what we have done. He said, no, I'm not proud. In spite, I am proud of that.
Yeah.
You're like nigga, look at what you did to the earth, nigga.
Right.
And we supposed to thank you for that. We supposed to. This what this nigga
Yeah,
saying.
he speak wickedly concerning.
You know.
Or for to cut your arms off and put your legs where your arm supposed to be. Oh, that one that was Sid was doing with the fucking he done did all that shit. Your head is on your back and shit, and you supposed to thank this nigga. Y'all just put a whole cancer in your chest
This
and
is
shit.
better for you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, at least you ain't living in a hut.
Right.
Nigga, I'd rather live in a hut, nigga, with a healthy body,
Yeah,
nigga.
medicine man free. All right, men go out, hunt all day,
Exactly.
sex all night. That was the chief, one of the Indian chiefs.
Yeah.
He said that. He said, man, only the fucking devil, the white man, he'll mess up a perfect system like that.
Go
man.
out to the field. You got different berries, nuts, fruit trees.
Go eat.
You know, you could fish.
Yeah, you could go drink the water.
You could drink
freely.
cleanly out of the water.
I can't even, that's crazy. Like, you can't go
But-
to a river and drink.
But this nigga, because he gave concrete and he put fucking
McDonald's.
TVs in your face with McDonald's, but look at the water and how polluted it is. Look at the ocean and the skies and the, you know. I'd rather go back to the old way of how
Man.
things had, man, where everything was clean and
good way.
natural.
On paradise.
You know? But you done in that, Isaiah?
Yeah, that was it.
Finish that and Jeremiah, you got?
God, Jeremiah 32 and
You hold something too, Fox?
Jeremiah 32 and 41. Yea, I will rejoice over them to do them good, and I will plant them in this land assuredly with my whole heart and with my whole soul. And like the brother had mentioned, you know, you read in the book of Ezekiel, the 36th chapter, man, it talks about how the Lord is going to turn it into the Garden of Idon again. You know, it's desolate right now. It's a desert, but the Lord is going to turn that land as a flourishing garden, man. You know, but it says...
Right, and it said that he's gonna plant us in our land. So that show you that the niggas that's there right now is not the ones. They're not the sons of the Heavenly Father. They're not the princes of the power, and that's why that land and the rest of the earth looks the way it looks, because the wicked is ruling. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, and this is what happens. The brother gives the analogy of Scar. When he took over the Pride lands, it was desolate. They were overeating, all right, and they were overeating, overhunting. Okay, and the land became desolate. But when Simba came back, what? The clouds came with him, the rain came with him, bringing forth what? Bringing forth life. And that devil had to, gotta get rid of Scar, man. You gotta get rid of Scar for the land to be repaired, man. It says that in the book of Numbers. It says in the book of Numbers, the 35th chapter, in order to cleanse the blood, all right, you gotta get rid of the murderer. You gotta get rid of the one that shed the blood. You got to spill his blood. It's a blood debt, like the elder brother Murph says, man.
Sorry.
But you got it.
For thus saith the Lord Yahweh, like as I brought all this great evil upon this people, so will I bring upon them all the good that I have promised them.
Yep. And bring all the, just like he brought the evil. So this is the good. This is the good that we're reading about. The earth being repaired under our authority, under Yahweh Shai's authority, and I don't want to out. We are the elect, being joint heirs with him. Okay, the earth, the air being clean, the water being. Right now, you can't take down Big Pharma. You can't take down these different institutions
Too
that
big to
Esau
fail.
had, the banking system. There's no way you can take these things down. The Lord has to return and take this devil down and reset this place, and then we're gonna build righteous institutions, you know, where everything is ran. In the Book of Wisdom of Solomon, it says that the Lord created all things for its being.
Yeah.
All right, so the Lord has to return, get rid of this devil, and allow us to put everything in its proper order, so that everything that the Lord created can be used for what it's supposed to be used for.
Well, it says in the book of Job, it says he teareth himself in his anger. Shall the earth be forsaken for thee? You know, and then when I hear that scripture, I think about that cartoon the elder Mama put us on. Man, you know, when he's going through this, it shows him destroying the earth. In the end of the cartoon, after he fucked everything up, he just stands on a mountain of trash. You know, that's when the chariots came and they aliens stomped his ass out, man. But hey, man, the earth is not gonna be forsaken for you, man. The Lord created the earth to be inhabited, man. All right, and the Lord, matter of fact, I got one real quick, if I may. This is James 5:7. Be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. Behold, the husbandman waited for the precious fruit of the earth, and have long patience for it until he receive the early and latter rain. Hey, so Yahweh Shai want to enjoy the earth, man. He's gonna rule, man. All right. You're not gonna sit. You're not gonna sit. I'm thinking about the movie Braveheart, man. You're not gonna sit long on that throne, man. The Lord's getting ready to excommunicado your ass, man. All right, because the Lord, Scripture says, He shall give to whose right it is, man. All right, blessed, woe to thee, O land, when thy king is a child, man. You know, blessed is the land when it was ruled by the son of nobles. All right, so hey, the Lord's raising up those nobles now, man. All right, and they're gonna be the stewards of the earth, man, and it's gonna be run in the proper way, man, the proper rulership.
And that's what that precept talking about, that James.
Yeah,
You know, the precious fruit of the earth is the Lord's elect.
oh yeah, the elect.
That he's waiting to enjoy, man.
Yeah, the elect.
You know,
Yeah,
because at the end of the world is what the harvest. You know, where he's gonna come collect his elect.
Yeah.
You know, that's why the scripture says, "Let them both grow together, the wheat and the tares." And at the end of the world, you know, they gathered the wheat into the barn. So that's the precious fruit of the earth the Lord is waiting for.
Yeah.
You know. Go ahead, Pops. You got something?
Con, this is John 10:10. It says, "The thief cometh not, but to steal and to kill and to destroy." And that's what we see this devil. All this devil do is destroy. He don't allow life to grow naturally. He always got to touch it and defile it, or do something, you know, contrary to what the Lord has it made for. You know, I mean, he putting pork in cupcakes and stuff now, and just he defiles everything. And like the brother said, like when we going to Chicago, we should see cherry trees, apple trees,
Buffalo.
and, you know, all different types, animals and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, the buffalo's supposed to be rampant in here, man.
yeah.
You know,
that's
bro, it's
what we see
snowing
here.
out there, bro.
yeah, that's what we was
Straight.
Bro, like 2 days ago, it was 80 degrees.
That's why I looked outside. I was like, what the fuck?
That's some weird shit going on. See, that's what we talking about, bro. Like this
Yeah,
was,
The seasons is all fucked up. Everything's fucked up, man.
it was 80 degrees the other day, bro.
Right,
All the
them
seasons
temperatures
in
they
one
had.
month.
Yesterday it was 70 yesterday.
Nigga, it's 20 degrees outside, snowing.
He went through all
Then the
seasons.
snow don't
in
even
one
be
month.
fucking
In
real.
1 month. All
shit
4
fake.
seasons.
All 4 seasons. 1 month.
Yeah, the earth has never been this bad, man.
of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
All
this
that-
devil rules.
Birds don't know what the fuck they doing no more. Migration patterns all fucked up.
Confusion, man.
Yep.
That's all that's in this place, man. It's just confusion. I read on. It says, Yahweh Shai said, "I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly." So, hey, the Lord's about to give us everything in abundance and in its pureness. You know, because this devil defiles everything. That's why this devil, he just got to G.O. He got to go. Be done away with.
That's it. That's it. I'm hoping this is going back into what the brother was talking about a little while back, but he was talking about how, you know, you have a tree, it'll produce fruit, you know, so you can eat the fruit off the tree, but also the leaf, you can use that for medicinal purposes, the root, you know,
The bark.
all these different things like coconut.
Yeah, I was.
You know, you got
literally what I was
coconut
thinking
oil, man, and you got all these different. You can eat the coconut. It's coconut
Exactly.
water.
Coconut
You
milk.
got
Put
yeah,
a straw in
coconut
the
milk.
yeah.
You got all
Golly,
these
bruh.
different, you know, yeah, oil pulling. Yep, you got all these different benefits and things that you can do with just the coconut.
The sap from the tree.
You know, so there's all these different uses for these things, man. Right? But this is Ezekiel 47:12. It says, "And by the river upon the bank thereof, on this side and on that side, shall grow all trees for meat, whose leaf shall not fade, neither shall the tree thereof be consumed. It shall bring forth new fruit according to his months, because their waters they issued out of the sanctuary, and the fruit thereof shall be for meat, and the leaf thereof for medicine." Now, this is going into this knowledge, you know. This is a tree of life that we're eating of, and the medicine or the word is what's healing us. But just applying that literally to the Lord's, you know, actual creation, man. You know, you have particular trees and plants and different things that you can eat from, and then you can use this for medicinal purposes on it, man. And you have all these different, you know, uses that you can do with it, man. You know, even, you know, growing up, like. How do you eat like you take the orange, you peel the orange, and then you throw the peel away.
That shit good.
Here it is, but you can use that peel for different, like, man, there's so many different uses of the peel. You know, you got a orange peel oil. I don't know if brother's seen that. Like, you could take that oil and it has its different medicinal and nutritional properties to it, man.
Good for your skin.
You know, you could
Cleaning the house.
boil it. You could boil it in, for a smell, you know, the citrus smell. Or you could boil the lemon peel, the orange peel, and these different things, and you can breathe it in and it'll open up.
Yep.
You know, like it's just so many different uses and benefits to these things that Esau said just throw away.
Right.
You know, even you know the banana peel is a GMO, but even the banana peel itself
You can
has
fertilize
benefits that you can use for that, man. So back in the ancient world, we would utilize the fullness of these things. When you slaughter the lamb, you ain't just take the meat and just like, nah, you use the skin for your tent or for different things, or for wine bags, or you know, water containers. Like, you would use the fullness of the animal. It wasn't just for the meat. It had the wool. It had all these different uses and properties for it, man. You know, with this devil, he just throws certain shit out, man.
Great waster.
You know, you brothers camped in Chicago at the old spot. You know, after we in camp, we'll walk down the alley, you know, a couple blocks to where we parked at, you know, at the parking spot. So
This alley.
you had, all the homeless motherfuckers be in that alley.
All the
But
rats.
but in that alley, on the front part, is all these different, you know, stores and restaurants. So instead of, you know, the produce that's going bad, and it's not going bad,
They're just wasting it.
you know, it's past this. They can't
The
legally,
expiration
sell it, but it's still good produce. It's still good. What they'll do is they'll throw it in the dumpster and chain it
Lock it up.
so that the
Bullshit.
homeless don't get it. That's why the Chicago rats is this fucking big. Because them niggas eating better than middle class people out there in Chicago. Them rats eating good.
5-star restaurant.
They throwing shit out, man, instead of giving these things out, you know? That's this society, bro. Like,
Fucking asshole.
and that's why nothing thrives here. That's why it's all death here and disease here and
Yeah.
pestilence here, man.
Yeah, it is funny because the irony of that is, in the affluent neighborhoods or places where, you know, people with so-called money are at in Chicago, they have a huge rat problem. Why? Because when you go to the hood, you go like to the south side or the west side, well, Jake, they don't spay and neuter their animals. You'll see a pack of cats that just run in the neighborhood, so they don't have a rat problem. You know what I mean? You know, but you go in their neighborhoods, they got fucking huge ass rats coming all out of your. Man, I remember my mom lived up north. Man, we had rats coming out of the sink. She used to like every other week she'll have to drown these big ass rats, man. And these are in the affluent neighborhoods because Esau's always trying to control shit. When you go in Jake's neighborhood, they're not trying to control. You got packs of cats and you know just keeping the shit clean. You know, so yeah, man, that's the irony of it. You know.
I have one real quick.
Yeah, but we can hold that. Let's get the spices that
I got
came
it.
in from Queen of Sheba. I know this brother still hold Wisdom of Solomon. Go ahead, what you got? Let's just hit these certain ones. I believe it's Ecclesiastes 3. King Solomon talked about how he planted orchards and vineyards and these different things. We finna have all that, man. This is what we looking forward to. Another brother hold Isaiah 60 where he said, I will beautify the place of my feet. I will beautify my sanctuary with these different particular trees, man. And once again, there's different varieties of these things that we're reading about, man. And we're going to be able to have access to these things, man, in its fullness, man.
Yeah.
You know?
They're gonna be bringing it to us. I think is it that same Isaiah 60,
Yeah.
the dromedaries?
Yep.
Yep. So they gonna be bringing it to us, man.
Yep.
Did you have something?
This is Baruch chapter 5 and verse 8. It says, moreover, even the woods and every sweet smelling tree shall overshadow Israel
Yep.
by the commandment of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai.
Yep.
You know, right now, like, you know, that land is desolate. It's cursed. That land is literally cursed right now, man. You know, but once again, like that whole, and then we're going to get the fullness of our land that we didn't get. All right, when we were dwelling in that land, the Lord told Abraham that he should get the Nile River, or the river of Egypt, all the way to the Euphrates, man. All right, and that's all the way in that desert down there in Saudi Arabia that they call the empty quarter, man. The third biggest desert on the earth, which Esau says, you know, but they call it the empty quarter. It's nothing but sand. All right, but if you look at a map from
An aerial
an
view,
aerial view,
satellite,
satellite view, you can see where there was rivers and
dry
valleys
riverbeds.
that was dry. Yeah, exactly. So at one point, like that area was flourishing, you know. But when we get into the kingdom, once again, all that desert land that's in there, the Lord is going to turn that into the garden. That's the garden, man.
Well, yeah, the example of that is with Abraham and with Lot. You know, when they herdsmen was beefing with each other, that shows you how abundant or how rich they were. You know, they were so rich they couldn't live together, man. They had so much, you know, cattle and servants, you know. And
Needed more land.
Abraham had told him, like, look, you look to the right or, you know, look to the south. I forgot the direction he told him to look. But he said, look in this direction and, you know, you go this way, I'm going to go that way, man. You know, and it says looked it toward Sodom and the plain and how it was well watered, you know, everywhere, you know. So that's just showing you at one point, man, that land was luscious and we're going back to that. We're going back to that, man. You know, and the Lord told us, he promised us that he would do better, you know.
Man, there's one right with it. This is
Oh, yeah.
Ezekiel chapter 36 and verse 10. It says, verse 9, it says, for behold, verse 8, but ye, O mountains of Israel, ye shall shoot forth your branches and yield your fruit to my people of Israel. For they are at hand to come. And right now that land is not yielding forth its fruit, showing you that his people aren't in that land right now.
We start up and it says that, you know, the Idumeans took the land of Israel, man. All right, which Idumean is the Greek way of saying Edom. All right, so the Edomites is occupying the land, and that's why the land is through. Go ahead.
Verse 8, it says, verse 9, for behold, I am for you, and I will turn unto you, and ye shall be tilled and sown, and I will multiply men upon you. All
it
the
says, and multiply men through what? You know, not only servants, but us having children, okay? It says that the Lord, a little one shall become 1,000, a small one a great nation. I, the Lord, will hasten it in this time. So that's being fruitful and multiplying. That's through polygyny. That's how a small one is going to be a great nation. All right, by a man having a bunch of wives. Go ahead.
It says, and I will multiply men upon you, all the house of Israel, even all of it, and the cities. Yep, it says, and the cities shall be inhabited, and the wastes shall be builded. And I will multiply upon you man and beast, and they shall increase and bring fruit,
and I will settle you after your old estates, and will do better unto you than at your beginnings, and ye shall know that I am the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. You know, so the Lord is going to do better, man. All right, when we were going into that land, it talked about how it was, you know, a land that was beautiful, man.
Second Ezra's 8.
Oh, I got
I
that.
think you can start at
Yep.
4 or verse 6, something like that.
The second Ezra chapter 8 and verse 4, it says, so answered, well, I just start at 4. It says, so answered I and said, swallow then down, O my soul.
Not Esdras, I'm sorry. Deuteronomy.
Come,
That's Deuteronomy 8.
come.
Salakia, I don't know why I said Esdras.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 8 and verse
Verse 7.
7. It says, for the Lord Yahweh thy power bringeth thee into a good land, a land of brooks of water, of fountains and depths that spring out of the valleys and hills. And right now in that land, it rains less than an inch, or a year, less than an inch, bro. An inch, bro. Water.
Yeah, that's why you gotta do that $1 billion project
Yeah.
of converting the water out of the Red Sea and
Yeah,
removing the
desalination,
salt from
removing
it,
the salt.
man, and you know,
It's a
whole process.
billion.
$1 billion process, bro.
They do drip irrigation, bro.
Yeah.
Like nigga, instead of water coming down and rain and just to give us, it's like nigga, we gotta
Put
take a drip
pipes.
of water,
Yeah.
And
have it
constantly.
hover
Well,
above.
remember we was watching that documentary.
Yeah,
They was like, when you shoot the water, the majority of the water evaporates. So we want to use all the,
Yeah,
you know. So
right.
then they built sprinklers under the ground
to go directly to the
that
roots.
drops water directly to the root
Yeah.
of
Right.
what they planting, man.
Right. Like
look,
these-
look at the process they gotta go through just to occupy our land, man.
But that's blessed, bro. Like nigga, you're trying to conserve, evaporate. You're trying to stop water from evaporating from it going up in the sky.
Don't the scripture says the heathen is like a drop of the bucket.
Right.
It's like a drop of the bucket ain't nothing.
Right.
But it shows you that these niggas, they ain't even trying to lose a drop.
Right, they hurt, bro. Them niggas trying to act like, bro, they hurt.
Yeah.
Like they're hurt. And they're doing all that trying to stay in that land. It's like, bro, the Lord is clearly making it known, like, nigga, you don't belong here. You know?
Yeah,
Just like cattle.
Nobody's supposed to belong
Exactly.
there. The Lord kicked us out, and He said that while you're in your land of your captivity, the land is going to be able to enjoy her Sabbaths that she
Right.
didn't enjoy when you was there
To keep the
That's
rest.
fucked
to
up.
get a land of rest. Now look at this nigga.
And you know this.
Yeah.
You know that's why this dude gotta go, bro.
Nigga don't listen. Nigga.
Hey, well, I gotta quote it again, man. He teareth himself in his anger, man. He's throwing a temper tantrum in the garden, man. All right, because he can't have his way, man. All right, he can't have his new world order. He can't have well, you were given the fatness of the earth, and look what you've done with it, man. The earth just looks dead, man. Like the brother said, like Scar when he was ruling, man. You know, you ain't it, man. You ain't got it. You ain't the people, man. You know.
It says, for the Lord Yahweh thy power bringeth thee into a good land, a land of brooks of water, of fountains and depths that spring out of valleys and hills, a land of wheat and barley, and vines and fig trees, and pomegranates, a land of oil, olive, and honey, a land wherein there thou shalt eat bread without scarceness. Thou shalt not lack anything in it. A land whose stones are iron, and out of whose hills thou mayest dig brass.
Yeah, we ain't digging shit. You know, who you think gonna be out there making big rocks into little rocks, man?
Continual employment.
You know, and once again, we hold what King Solomon, you know, did when he reigned, you know, and how he planted these orchards and vineyards and had servants born in his house. And so what? You had also a census that he did amongst the heathen. You know, he counted all the heathen that were in our land, and he put their ass to work.
Yeah,
He said he put taskmasters over them, man, and he put certain 10,000s of them to be hewers of stone in the mountains, man. And that's what we read. That's that. To be able to hew out silver and gold and bronze and these different precious metals and stones out of the earth. These heathen gonna be mining these things for us, man.
Working hard.
You know, they gonna be out there in the field plowing the earth, planting the seed. You know, feeding the cattle. They gonna be doing these different things. You know.
The rigorous task. They ruled over us with rigor, and we
about to do the same to them through the Spirit.
We gonna kick our feet up, man. We about to be relaxing. We about to be enjoying the planet because it was made for our sake, man. Was that it on that? What you was reading, Cole?
That was in that Deuteronomy. I can finish that. Ezekiel. Back in Ezekiel 36 and verse 33 now says, "Thus saith the Lord." Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, and in the day that I shall have cleansed you from all your iniquities, I will also cause you to dwell in the cities, and the waste shall be builded. Right, and that's what we were talking about, how much of a waste that land is, but it's going to be builded by the heathen that are going to be serving us, right? It says, "And the desolate land shall be tilled, whereas it lay desolate in the sight of all that passed by. And they shall say, this land that was desolate is become like the Garden of Eden, and the waste and desolate and ruined cities are become fenced and are inhabited. Then the heathen that are left round about you shall know that I, the Lord Yahweh, build the ruined places and plant that was desolate. I, the Lord Yahweh, have spoken it, and I will do it." You know, so hey, that's it, man. The Lord is gonna do it, man. You know, so hey, and it starts off with the Lord getting rid of this devil, man. It says that what Isaiah 14:21, "Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquities of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land or the
Cities.
face of the world with cities." Roughly paraphrasing it, he can't have authority and rulership over nothing, man. All right. It even says in that in the book of Daniel, the 7th chapter, it talks about the fourth beast, man. All right, how that fourth beast did what, man? He devoured the earth, you know, destroyed everything, man. You know, we're in the second part of that, man, during the revised Roman Empire, man, and that's exactly what this devil's doing, man, destroying the earth. And the Lord is going to destroy him that destroyed the earth. So we're going to enjoy all these different things in this fullness once the Lord removes this devil out of the way, man. It says in the book of Sirach, the 10th chapter, that the Lord will set over it one that is profitable. You know, and that starts off with our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shai, man.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 8 and verse 51. But I start at verse 50. "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride." So that's the times that we live in, and we in the latter times. We in the last days, and we're going to see many great miseries come upon this world, specifically here in America.
What's that? Myanmar or
Lions.
over there by Thailand, man.
Yeah,
You know, but they ass just got hit with that earthquake. You know, a couple days ago, day before yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, man. And they already estimating the death toll is above 10,000. You know, and then we've been saying that these numbers gonna start going up more and more, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna go from 10,000 to 15, from 15 to 30, from 30 to 50.
Biblical
You know?
proportions.
From 50 to 100, you know, all of a sudden we hearing about 100,000 people, man, at one time, man, got their ass took out of the earth, man, in a grievous, gruesome way, you know. So these things is only going to ramp up more and more, man, as the Lord's, you know, proverbial approach upon this earth, you know, draws closer, man, you know.
Well, people forgot about Turkey. Shit,
Yeah, I was just about to
50K.
say that.
Right.
Yeah.
Over 50K.
Right.
Man, bro. Yeah, the Lord finna hit a death high score, man.
But
Yeah, so just like this devil, he's trying to depopulate the earth. The Lord is doing it too, and allowing this devil to do it. It's just everything is working for the Lord moving to end this place, man, soon and very soon.
Yeah, but it says in Ezekiel, he have uprooted the high tree and planted the low tree. You know, the Lord's doing gardening, man. You know.
But understand thou for thyself, and seek out the glory for such as be like thee. For unto you is paradise open. The tree of life is planted. The time to come is prepared. Plenteousness is made ready. A city is builded, and rest is allowed.
Right, and I'm thinking about the scripture where it says weakness in the moth is
Hid from thee.
hid from thee.
That's what he reading.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
It says, and rest is allowed, yea, perfect goodness and wisdom. So
Yeah,
it said,
Real wisdom.
yep.
The knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, man. This is AI. See, that's what he wants to do.
Artificial.
Artificial. All right, you want to see nature? Yeah, you want to enjoy nature? Put this
VR.
fucking thing on,
That's
This
dumb as
VR.
fuck.
right? Or you want some vagina? Yeah, some robot vagina.
I hit this robot.
Yeah, you got a robot vagina. You got plastic trees. Okay, you got a visor. You can just now you just in the forest, but you're in your goddamn living room.
The Matrix.
In the Matrix, bro.
Matrix, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And go ahead. Dog.
Hooked up to them cords. It says right. So it says that paradise is open to us. Meaning, it says that entrance into the kingdom shall be ministered unto you abundantly. Man, we gonna have all. It's, the door is gonna be open. Anything that you want to do is yours. You got, like we was talking the other day. I think it was after class. You know, this is your land. All right. Anything that you want to do with this land, you're able to do it. When we go into this Ecclesiastes, you want to build pools, and it's gonna make sense. Everything what Esau does, it doesn't make sense. This nigga does a bunch of shit that doesn't make sense. It's against life. Everything that we do is gonna further. Further the creation, further the earth.
You can just look at the shit he been doing here in America. He'll build something, then after it'll serve its use, then he gotta tear it down, he gotta demolish it and clear it, then he gotta build this, or he'll make a law, then he gotta make an amendment to that law and all this extra. Dude, he don't know what the fuck he doing, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, wisdom, man. Wisdom is efficient. You know? Like, it really brings life, man. This wisdom that we have with our laws, statutes, everything like that, it gives an order that's just beautiful, man. Like, the land Sabbath, that's a beautiful thing, and it helps the land to flourish, to yield forth good fruit, you know? The way that the Lord had everything set up, man, it was like, this is gonna, if you live according to this, you're gonna really enjoy life. Your families aren't gonna be broken up, you know what I'm saying? The environment's gonna be great. You're gonna enjoy good food. You know, all these different things. Everything was going to be a good experience.
Well, it all tended to life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when Yahweh Shah said, I am, you know, the Pops just read it in John 10, you know, I am come that they may have life and that they may have it more abundantly. You know, it's to that new covenant. Because with that new covenant, man, it takes the stony out of us, man. You know, but even going back into the original laws that the Lord gave us, it was meant for us to live long. When you read those it says that you may keep it so you may live long upon the earth.
Right.
Because when you do these things and apply them, it adds years to our life, man. It keeps our body, you know, in optimum, working mode, for lack of a better word, man. It keeps our mind healthy, like, you know. There was a benefit to these things, man. Yeah, man. So he's gonna remove that stony heart out of us, bro. Where it ain't finna be that fight again, like the brother said. It ain't finna be that battle again. You know, so it's gonna be all life, man.
Yeah.
You know?
2nd Ezra 8:53. The root of evil is sealed up from you. Weakness and the moth is hid from you.
The moth represents corruption.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, you know. Weakness, the earth not yielding its strength.
And corruption is fled into hell to be forgotten. Sorrows are past.
Hey, like we was talking about that honey, you know, before the lesson, beginning of the lesson, everything like that. You know, it was a study, and I can't remember all the details of it, but they went to some like Egyptian tomb or dug up something, and it was some honey in it. It was like, this is from over hundreds of years old, but it's still good. You know, because that honey is an antibacterial and everything like that, man. But I was just thinking, I'm like, bro, it's like we gonna be like honey. It's like, bro, we're not gonna deteriorate. We ain't finna decay in any aspect. You ain't finna get all of a sudden it's 100, 200 years down the line, and you like, damn, what the fuck is wrong with my knee? Like I'm getting old now.
That's why the Lord compared the wisdom to honey.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Come on. It's always good. It's always good, man. And that's how it's gonna be with us. Like from every aspect, man. Our health is gonna be always great. You know, ain't finna be no brain fog all of a sudden. You know, you 1 million years old, whatever, and you got brain fog now because you're getting old. Like, nah, we're gonna be in our youth. You know,
this dude is just like we were saying, man. He's just the fucking complete opposite, man. You know, like he's just the complete opposite. Like he's the embodiment of death.
Yeah.
You know, like here it is, the cow. This nigga feed the cow Snickers and goddamn candy corn and all this shit that it ain't supposed to be eating. Then the cow got digestive problems. And the cow can't pass gas, they get all bloated.
Right.
You know, or the cow can't, take a dump.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, well, this is what we need to do. Now this nigga cuts a hole. Instead of like, bro, let me let's let the cow leave the cow the fuck alone, bro.
Let the cow be a cow.
Let the cow do what he's supposed to do, bro. He gonna eat the grass, bro. It's gonna pass through his different stomachs. You know what I'm saying? But no, this nigga, he don't think like that. This nigga say, well, the candy corn can't be the problem. So let's cut a hole in the stomach of the cow
And push this shit forward.
and push the bowels out, man.
Like, who thinks to do that?
Who does that, bro? Or here it is. This nigga recycles, like the water we got being pumped into our houses. That is sewage water.
Yes.
That's recycled water. They got recycling plants to where the sewage water comes in, and they supposedly heat it and treat it and
Reverse osmosis.
and pump it back out, man. You know, but here it is. It's like, bro, naturally, right? When the rain comes down on the mountains, it flows through all the minerals of the rock, and it filters on down to the rivers, man. It's a natural filtration system that the Lord has already made.
Right. Yeah.
You see? But now this devil want to put all these different chemicals and treatment things in the water. It just don't make no look at all the shit this dude doing, bro. It don't make no fucking sense, man. Even Elder Bishop Tazat Akbar, man, he brought it out a while back. Even when Esau was in the 17s, 1800s, man, around that time, 1600s, around that time, where it wasn't like this dude didn't have no proper plumbing.
Yeah.
So what they'd do, they'd shit, bro, yes, they'd shit or piss in a bucket, and then once the bucket get full, they'd just throw it in the street and just reuse the bucket again. So when you go through their area, it's nothing but piss and shit all throughout the fucking town and all throughout the streets, man.
Disease like a motherfucker.
This is how this nigga lived. It's wild.
Yeah.
But then this nigga Matt Walsh, we
I
came
was
over
just
here.
about to say that, bro.
We came over here and there's a bunch of warring tribes going on and we civilized them and we brought you this and that and the third. No,
Man, this the
you
same.
goofy mob. Like, yeah, it was wars. It's like motherfuckers was beefing. Yeah, motherfuckers was beefing and warring. But bro, they had a proper irrigation. They had proper plumbing. They had
Aqueducts. Aqueducts.
come on, man.
Yeah.
When your whole ass came over here, man, you was digging up dead bodies, man.
Man, this devil
Eating.
didn't know.
Because your ass was starving. You didn't know how to plant and work the
Exactly.
field, man. They taught you all that, man. You know?
This devil didn't know how to use soap, man. So it was like
He still don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, after the Moors, after they took over, they basically outlawed bathhouses because the Moors, which was Jake, they had bathhouses, man. They had, come on, bro, they had fucking mathematical fucking ingenuity, all that shit. Listen, man, this nigga literally outlawed taking baths, man.
I mean, you even see that, like, Jake done went to the restroom, and Esau goes to the restroom, that nigga walked directly out the door.
Yeah, man.
Like, bro, Jake, they walk
Need
directly
to
out
be
the door. It's just
segregated.
like not even a thought. Like, hey, how's it going, pal? Like, bro, nigga, you didn't even wash your hands.
What's that, Blue Street?
Oh yeah.
He
They
took that
always
cream, rubbed it on himself, and
Man.
Martin seen his ass and he was in
The vent.
the vent.
Right.
Then when he ran into him, he was like, "How you doing?" Martin hugged that nigga like, "Ah."
But they show you that even in their history, you know, you read that book, Arthur Koestler, The 13th Tribe.
Yeah.
You know, it goes, and that's your history.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to talk about all this that you did? Like, no, that's your history.
Well, even today, they over in Hollywood, a lot of those multi-million-dollar houses and all that, they make the cleaning service,
Oh, they
the
talk
maid
about
or
how
the butler, they made them sign NDAs. You know, non-disclosure agreements, man, because they are not allowed to talk about what they got to clean up from them filthy ass people.
Damn.
So here it is. These are people that you watch on film and people see and they look up to these people, but the way that they live, what they personal lives, is filthy as hell, man.
Demons.
You know, it's filthy, man. You know, and that's who Esau is, man. That's who Esau is. You know.
The basis of all men, man.
Trailer trash in a mansion.
Well, shit, I don't know if y'all seen that Jake woman. She's a waxer and she said that she do Edomites.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they don't be cleaning and shit, bro. When they get waxed and shit, she has to tell them to go shower up before all that, bro. But she said they usually be Edomites, bro, and they don't be showering for about a week. And I'm like, bro, that shit's fucking dirty, bro. You know?
Yeah, he's the caveman. You know, he want to make you think the caveman is some motherfucker that went extinct, nigga. No, you just took a shave and put on a fucking monkey suit, man. You know?
Second Ezra 8:54. It says, sorrows are past, and in the end is showed the treasure of immortality. And that lines up with that that Revelation 21. It says that the Lord shall wipe away all tears. There shall be no more death, no more pain, no more sorrow. For the former things are past, and new things do I declare. Roughly paraphrasing. So the former things is what this present evil world is all about to pass. All the problems that we deal with, man. See, in this side, in this world, it's the opposite. You know, we read that Wisdom of Solomon said, or that second Ezra said, fruit innumerable. In this society, it's disease innumerable. All right, in innumerable ways to, to die is the valley of the shadow of death, man. All right, but all this shit is about to pass once this devil gets destroyed, man, and taken out of rulership, taken out off the throne.
Yeah. And let's grab those precepts I talked about. Jake's still holding that Wisdom of Solomon about the virtues of roots. Isaiah 60, you know what I'm saying? The abundance of spices. Let's grab that, man.
This is what
He said he holds them. Let Jake get his precept and then hold a diet. Grab Isaiah 41. I think you're gonna start at 17, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
It talks about the water. Wherever it says the water breaks out,
This Wisdom of Solomon 1:13. For Yahweh made not death, neither hath he pleasure in the destruction of the living. For he created all things that they may have their being, and the generations of the world were healthful, right?
And it's going back to that.
Yeah.
It's going back to that. You see, death came into the world through the serpent, through Esau, Edom. See, before you had Esau or the serpent beguile Eve, what is that? That's also in 2nd Ezra 7. It said that the elder world, the entrances unto it was wide, and it brought immortal fruit. But then Adam did what he did, which ultimately was the serpent going through Eve, bringing it to Adam, But before then, man, like they just said, man, it was healthful. And this is what we're returning back to upon the return of our Lord Yahweh Shai. And it was all a part of the Lord's story. These things happened and took place because the Lord was teaching us something.
process.
But go ahead.
And there is no poison of destruction in them, nor the kingdom of death upon the earth.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's the valley of the shadow of death, man. And it says he created all things that they may have his being. So a butterfly could be a butterfly. Because the creation is not happy unless it's able to do what it's meant to do. Now I'm thinking about the time we took the trip to the zoo. It was like, Omaha. We went to the zoo. Everything was fucking depressed, man. It was the most depressing shit I've seen in a long time, man. The fucking the gorillas was small. They looked at malnutrition damn near, man.
One of them was mad.
Yeah, it was one little
T-Move.
he like a small deer or something, but he was just looking like it was just sitting there. And it's like, bro, it looked so fucking sad, man.
A lot of them be drugged up.
Yeah, drugs.
They be having that Eeyore spirit.
Yeah,
Bro,
man.
the giraffe couldn't even reach the leaf on the top, bro.
You put your hand up, you got this nigga next.
Bro, the elephants was little as hell. Alright,
Like, bro,
the
like,
gorilla was a midget, and he was banging on the glass in front of the Edomites, and then he came and sat down next to us. It was just like, he was like mourning.
yeah, man.
And it was like the same. We go to each exhibit, and it's like just a disappointment.
It's just more sad the more the
It
fuck.
was-
Each creature was more sad than the first, man.
Yeah, because they're out of their habitat, man. They're not supposed to be in cages, and they're not supposed to be in an exhibit. They're supposed to be roaming, all right, eating their diet because they're getting abused. You got some of these freaky ass, zookeepers, and they're injecting them with drugs to make them docile, and then they're touching on the fucking animal, man. They're fucking with the gorilla. They're fucking with the cows. All right, and that's why we need to be saved, man. Otherwise, no flesh will be saved.
I don't know if Jake quoted it, but the whole creation, dude's grown, Hey, and the animal sense that, man. And really through the spirit, I feel, the animal sense the vibration and the spirit of Jake, man. Like when you get around those, like the gorillas and the different lines, like, bro, they can sense it. Like I just a quick testimony when I was down there, I took my daughter and shit, Esau taking pictures of this and that, and I'm carrying her out to, tell them shalom, so on and so forth. And they'll come, they're looking at you, and like Jake said, they just look sad, man.
Yeah, those when you go, you look at Africa, those animals in Africa, they don't attack Jake. They don't attack Jake. They don't even attack Ham, bro. Them motherfuckers attack Esau, bro. And just like you saying, like Jake has an energy about even in the workplace, man. Like, you know, let's say you work around a lot of Edomites, man. Motherfuckers just love being around Jake, man, because Jake has that energy, man.
Yeah.
You know that
Lively.
you know, the creation knows who's supposed to be in the driver's seat, man. All right, these animals know who's supposed to be in the driver's seat, man. And that's why the Lord's about to remove your ass, man. You know.
This is second Wisdom of Solomon chapter 7, and I'll start at verse 17. For he have given me certain knowledge of the things that are, namely, to know how the world was made and the operation of the elements. The beginning, ending, so the operation of the elements, and this is all going to be restored back onto us. And really, it already has begun in the form of this wisdom, because this wisdom is teaching us, you know, to go into the herbs and, you know, learn the uses for these different herbs, so we're not leaning upon Esau, Edom, man. All right, it says, the beginning, ending, and midst of the times, and the alterations of the turning of the sun.
Right, like even in Bella the Dragon, you had Daniel. He made that
Bomb.
yeah, pretty much like a bomb, I guess you could say.
Dynamite.
Explosive.
Yeah, I mean, we made a bomb.
Yeah, with what tree sap? It was tree sap and other things in it, but it's like these are things that we had knowledge of. You know what I'm saying? Like
That react to each other.
right, knowing how they react, properties, like you know what I'm saying, like. You know, all these different things. And once again, we don't have the knowledge of it. Like, we should be able to walk outside and know what plant is what and what it does.
Yeah, you out in the forest where what berries you can eat. And
Right,
you know.
right. You know, so we should have a knowledge to these things, and we're going to get it in its fullness, you know, in the kingdom, man.
Or chemical reactions.
Exactly.
You know, you mix certain things together and it ignites, you know,
Real chemistry.
has particular, that's the operation of the elements. You know, even what Yahweh Shah did by turning that water into wine, he just manipulated the elements, man. You know, and King Solomon, he briefly spoke on that about, you know, when the Lord brought those different plagues upon Egypt, and he talked about how the fire burned in the water, and how it forgot its own nature and different things. And he said because the elements was turned like a tune in a song.
Damn.
You know,
Vibrations.
Like you change the
and
notes.
even different vibrations and frequencies, and has effects on the body and different things. Like the Lord is going to return all that back unto us, man. You know, all that is getting returned back into us. You know,
Yeah, there's a science to it, man.
and things going to grow in its abundance with that knowledge.
Yeah.
You know, but you got it back.
Yeah, like with the harp, you know, the frequencies, you know, playing the harp, you know, different things, all like getting the knowledge of all that. Like, you know, the hertz, people talk about the hertz and everything like that. There's a knowledge of different things that we're going to get back, knowing the stars, you know.
Well, that Ezekiel that I read about the fruit
Tree.
producing its fruit, the tree producing its fruit in its months, that lines up with Revelation 22, which he said he's seen a clear crystal. You know, now he was talking about the ozone layer. He was talking about looking up in the sky. And it's literally going into how Issachar would look in the sky and know what to do and how to operate. Well, you could look into the sky. There's a knowledge that the Lord, you know, we ain't got it today. Lord's will, we're going to get it back in the kingdom of heaven. To where you could look in the sky, Joe, and you can predict what the Lord is, you know.
Like the Esau got the farmer almanac.
And on his left-hand side, he got the zodiac.
Yeah.
You know, with the farmer's almanac, and they try to predict certain things and the weather and this and that and the third. Well, that's on the left-hand side, and it's never fully accurate. He might got little things correct where it's like it's right, but it's never fully accurate. Well, on the right-hand side, the knowledge of Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shah is 100% true.
Moses serpent swallowed up the...
Exactly. It's full accuracy, man. So in that Revelation 22, it talks about the tree producing its fruit in each month. Because it says it's 12 trees laden with diverse fruits. I'm roughly paraphrasing that, man.
Yeah.
You know, so that's a knowledge the Lord is going to give back unto us, you know.
Yeah. And power, man, because what I'm thinking right now is, what is that, Peter? How it speaks about is going into the elect and how we manipulated the elements.
Handle the word.
Right, that's First John.
Oh, it's John? Come. You know, but even that, because as Jake is speaking, I was telling, you know, it's like I told Pops, everything is energy, is vibration frequency. You learned that in school, right? They say, yeah, it's a solid, but it's molecules and atoms that are joined together. You know, and that's what the Lord did, you know, creating everything. That's why the Lord said, he spoke about can you add 1 cubit to your stature? He said, this is the least of things. This is nothing, man. You know, so having that power and that knowledge to be able to do those things. You know?
Back in Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7 and verse 18, it says, the beginning, ending, and midst of the times, the alterations of the turning of the sun, and the change of seasons, like it. It says the circuits of years and the positions of stars.
Mm-hmm. The position of stars. Because you can look at certain positions and how the Lord has, you know, and you can see certain things of what's to come, man. You know, going back into the knowledge that the Lord had Issachar have at one point. You know,
the natures of living creatures and the furies of wild beasts.
and we gonna know all that. The natures of living creatures. So look, no, well, this animal helps to cultivate this.
So,
So if I want a better crop with this, I can introduce, you know, this particular species to help cultivate or help produce, you know, this particular plant or this fruit or whatever, man.
so that this could thrive.
Yeah, without creating an imbalance.
Yeah.
Because Esau come in like, oh man, no.
Pesticides.
All
beavers.
natural according to, you know, because you don't have the knowledge of all that, you know.
Yeah.
This nigga hunt all the wolves in Yellowstone, you know. Then the deer explode. Now that it ate all the greenery, the grass, you know. Then the things started to become desolate. You know, Yellowstone started to die off. So then he reintroduced wolves. There's a documentary. Brothers can check these things out, man. Showing you that, man, Yahweh Basham Yahushua is real, man.
That's right.
Because how he established and set these things up, Esau will tell you it evolved. You know, I encourage brothers, man. There's
that defy
a
evolution.
slew. Go ahead,
Slack.
Go ahead, brother.
Oh, just the I was just watching it last night, but there's a documentary called there's 3 of them called Animals That Defy Evolution, and they talk about the giraffe, how it has like multiple it's like heart valves, you know, that it allows it to like a neck not to break when it goes and gets the water, and a bombardier beetle, and the elephant, you know, how their foot, you know, with their foot placement, the way their bone structure is, and their foot placement, how they walk and they don't break their bones because all the tons, because of the weight. But yeah, these animals, they defy evolution. Like if evolution was real, then these animals would have died off.
Right, and there's so many different examples of these different creatures that's out here, man. You know, so this devil, he introduced wolves back into Yellowstone, and then the wolves started to regulate the deer population. And within doing that, guess what? The bear population exploded. You would think the bears would be straight because they would be hunting the deer because the deer is fruit. Is so much fruit. So much, you know, deer out there, man.
Yeah.
But really, that had an adverse effect. So the wolves helped regulate all that, and then it talked about how they helped stabilize the riverbanks. So the riverbanks became more stable. So now the fruit and the trees became more sturdy, and the roots, like bro, you would think that, bro, these wolves had an effect on that whole environment like that, man.
Yeah.
I believe they cause landslides because of
If the banks ain't stabilized, that can cause
landslides.
Exactly, man. So yeah, the beavers, how they're important for the you know, building their dams, and that's also a filtration system. You know, because the Lord would have these beavers build the dam, which would filter water, man. But what did this devil do when he came over here? He started overhunting the beaver for their pelts. Then you have the French, the Spanish, they had the you know, and a lot of these rich Edomites, they rich based off what they was doing in the 1500s, 1600s and shit, man.
Destruction of the earth. That's how this nigga got rich. All right, his traffic through, you know, just destroying the earth, overhunting, overeating, you know, using shit for the wrong reason, destroying ecosystems. But you proud of that, man? The oyster project that they had, man.
Right.
Reintroducing oysters back into a you know, specific body of water, all right, so that can, you know, cleanse and do what it's supposed to do. Instead of taking all the oysters out and putting it on the damn Red Lobster menu and having these niggas eat it, let the oyster be an oyster. Then you have even more food that's lawful because you're not destroying their ecosystem. You're not taking them outside of their nature, outside of their purpose. You know?
Yeah, this nigga Matt Walsh had the nerve to say, yeah, we came to the Americas and we brought them out of the Stone Age. There never was a fucking Stone Age, and if there ever was one, your ass was the only one in it.
He's the Neanderthal.
Yeah, when you, you know, when you look at the Woodwolves, the Wild Men of Europe, you see that is that one painting relief where you got Jake shooting at these fucking Edomites from the castles.
Animals.
You know what I'm saying? And you see Esau, you see Jake with shields and swords and arrows. This nigga had sticks, man.
Niggas.
So you're the only motherfucker who ever had a goddamn Stone Age, man. You know?
The caveman. It's Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7 and verse.
Encino Man.
Yeah, Encino Man.
You know, my brother
Yeah,
said
yeah.
once seen that movie.
Yeah.
Encino Man, man. That's this dude. You got it up.
Wisdom of Solomon 7 and 20, it says, the natures of living creatures and the furies of wild beasts, the violence of winds and the reasonings of men,
Mm-hmm.
and the diversities of plants and the virtues of
Hey,
roots.
that's heavy in itself. The reasonings of men. You know, you saw King Solomon show that forth with the
two women.
Yeah, the two women. You know, you got the one woman that said the child was hers, and the other woman said the child was hers, and the dead child. You know, but point being is that he made a judgment call, understanding how people reason. You know. And everything like that, man. You know, we learned that through the Holy Spirit. You know, as well as we're growing in this wisdom, kind of you can see, how people think and reason and so on and so forth, man. But just having that in its fullness, man. You know,
Yeah.
it said Yahweh.
All right.
Well, it said Yahweh shot new men's thoughts. You know. What you-
No, this is the power of the Holy Spirit. You know, and the application of the things that we read. Because in Sirach, there's a precept where it says that, the change of a continent shows the change of heart.
Right.
You know, so you might be talking with an individual and you make a certain statement and you will see their expression and you will know in their mind that offends you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or you got a problem with this, or you could, just by reading people mannerisms, you got so-called, what's the word I'm looking for? Experts that read body language.
Yeah.
They know he lying based on his eye placement, or is he standing straight up, or he slouching, and they just based off carnally looking at it. How much more if the Spirit is working with you, man?
Start twiddling your fingers. And
You know what I'm saying?
Start,
And these are things that the Lord has given us access to, has blessed us with.
Yeah.
Some more than others. That's why I believe that's 1 Corinthians 12. Talks about where the same, body but different offices. Then he said some discerner of spirits. You got particular brothers, man, that are able to discern the spirit. Like this nigga ain't, nigga, right off the back. Even though he might be listening, he might be shaking his head and agreeing with everything, but the brother like, nah, man, this nigga ain't right. And you got different brothers who got heavier portions, of the spirit in these different aspects, man.
I think it was the brother Merciless that was put in the orders room, man. Because he had mentioned that. He's like, yeah, man, pretty much how Jake know the spirits, but he said, hey, we know more about these people in the world than they know about themselves. Because that's what it is. You could tell the type of demons that are on these people. And it's like, Jake, you said it before, these people are predictable, man. You get to see how they react a certain way. You might throw a little like so-called nugget, see where they go, how they feel it out. It's like, no, I see what you're on.
Yeah,
I see what you're about to do.
Your gait, your excessive laughter.
Man's gate.
It show what he is.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these motherfuckers, like, what they
They ain't definites, but they indicators. These are things in the spirit,
Yep.
Yeah, some of these motherfuckers, you know what they gonna say before they even say it. You already know what argument they gonna come with.
Yeah.
It's just like,
You'll be on the line.
you a cliche, nigga.
They'll be all the way down there, and Jake will. You finna scoff. You gonna come up and scoff? Watch. That's what it is.
That was it on that Wisdom of Solomon.
right? So it spoke about the diversities of roots and and the properties, the virtues of these different plants, man. And you got brothers that once again they got heavy knowledge on this side, but in the kingdom we coming into, man,
Common knowledge.
Yeah. You're not gonna walk past a plant and not know what it is or why it's there. You know what I'm saying?
But when the Lord he brought every animal before Adam, and whatever Adam named him, it was what it was. And that was just the animal. So, you know, I'm just saying that to say, you know, Adam probably knew the plants, like what that plant is and the properties of it, and stay away from that plant, and that plant ain't meant for that, and you know, and we gonna have all that back in us, man. But you brothers got those other precepts.
I got the Isaiah 60.
Let's hold that on deck. Let's grab when the Queen of Sheba came into Solomon.
This is 1 Kings 10:1. And when the Queen of Sheba heard of the fame of Solomon concerning the name of the Lord.
I think you might have to just jump down to the point where it says the abundance of spices.
Yeah, well,
Okay, cool.
and then jump
All
down.
right, yeah, you got it.
It says, concerning the name of the Lord, she came to prove him with hard questions. And she came to Jerusalem with a very great train with camels that bear spices and very much gold and
And
precious
it says
stones.
a very great train. So that's talking about the entourage that she came with, man. You know? Could have possibly been hundreds of camels she came in with, man. You know? Go ahead.
And precious stones. And when she came to Solomon,
And she brought those things that were precious and
Native.
abundant,
Right.
and that was native. That's the word, water.
Right.
That was native to where she was from.
The best of the best. She bringing the best of the best to King
Exactly.
Solomon.
And that's why, Lord's will, when we touch into this Isaiah 60, you know, we're going to get the best that's going to be produced in the different regions of the earth, man. You know? Go ahead.
and when she came to Solomon, she communed with him of all that was in her heart. And then I'm gonna jump down to
10.
Khan. It says verse 10. It says, and she gave the king 120 talents of gold, and of spices very great store, and precious stones. There came no more such abundance of spices as these which the queen of Sheba gave to Solomon.
Come on, man. You know? So we're going to have access to all this, man.
Spices.
Shit, remember last summer, the farmer's market that's up there, not the one downtown, the one in Valley Junction, right? So remember I went to that one spot and I told Jake about the different spices.
Oh yeah.
They had the different,
salts.
bro. They got
Salts.
the different salts.
Yeah.
They got the different, like, you know, we
Out
growing up in the
salt.
world, all we knew was the iodized salt.
Yeah.
We thought that was real salt, iodized salt.
Horrible.
But we find out that shit processed, that's not real. So now we come to know, okay, pink Himalayan. Okay, regular sea salt.
Celtic salt.
You got Celtic salt. It's so much more salt than that, bro.
Salt innumerable.
Bro, yeah.
You know, then you got different sugars, like real sugar, not this fucking manufactured shit that Esau got, man. But real natural sugars, man.
Yeah, like cinnamon sugar.
Cinnamon, brown sugar, bro. It's in that shop just had the abundance of all these different things. And I'm looking like, bro, I never knew it was this many type of different salt and spices that you could use, man. And once again, that store ain't even got not even 25% of what the work. Come on, man. Like our knowledge of what is so limited here, bro. It's so limited, man. You know,
15 fruits.
yeah, 15 tops. You know, this nigga said Lorry's. Seasoned salt. You know, that's all Jake
Seasoned
knows.
salt.
Lemon pepper and seasoned salt, man.
Lemon pepper. And you got to go to the devil for the one of all these different things, and he's touching it. He
It's
doesn't
tainted.
just give it to you. He doesn't just give it to you how it's supposed to. You know how he got to touch it and take it through all these different processes first, and then he's like, "Oh, here you go." Put it in all these different, you know, in these grocery stores, and you're getting a percentage, a small percentage of the version that it has actually, you know, of its original version. Because this devil took it through all this, these different processes to take out the nutrients, to take out the healing properties, and so on and so forth, man. All right, that's a curse that's been placed upon us, as it says in the book of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, that will go to him through, you know, for the one of all things. In the kingdom, that's not going to be so. It's going to be the opposite. We're going to be the head, and all these other nations is going to be the tail. They're going to come to us for the one of all things, and we're not going to hurt, you know, just fuck shit up just to fuck shit up. All right, and that's how he operates, man. We're gonna let the earth be the earth. We're gonna let the soil be the soil, the air. This nigga just spreading chemtrails for no fucking reason, man.
Yep. And we gonna let the nations eat. You know, it's gonna be a tribute. It's gonna be a tax that they gonna have to bring in, man. You know, but we ain't finna just give them just, like, nah. It's gonna be a righteous rule, man. It's gonna be a reason why the rest of these people are gonna rejoice when the sons of God is in authority.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, everything's gonna, man, it's gonna be healthful. Once again, like the brother read that precept, man, everything's gonna be for a benefit.
Like this nigga just give you just enough. You know. Give you just enough.
And meanwhile, he has abundance, and he's not even using it, and he's not using it right. This nigga has all this gold, and he just has it in the vault collecting dust. When there's so many other reasons that you can use the gold, he don't even wear the gold.
Bro, Bill
This nigga
Gates.
got all this
do
money.
shit with
Bill
it,
Gates don't wear no type of gold, man. He don't wear no type of jewelry. He don't got no type of
Flavor.
no type of
This
salt.
nigga dull as hell. Like even clothes. Like when have you seen this nigga even like dressed up? You know what I'm saying? Like this nigga dull as hell, boy.
New
Like
balances, bro.
ran over.
Yeah.
The same ones this nigga had in '82.
You know the suits with the fucking patch at the elbow and shit, nigga.
They're not fitted. You know, Jake gets some money. It's
Peasant clothes.
tailored. You know what I'm
Fucking
saying?
big ass
This
tie.
nigga just
It's a
off the
royal
rack.
vibration.
This nigga Rick. What's that nigga name? Little Shop of Horrors.
Rick Moranis.
Yeah, this nigga Rick Moranis. Remember I forgot what movie it was, but he came in that raggedy ass suit. Yeah, the nigga had patches on that motherfucker.
But that goes back to their history, man. You know, that 13th tribe, they talked about how they would wear their clothes so it disintegrate off them. They'd just wear it all the way out. You know what I'm saying? And that's just a part of who they are, man. You know, but they're going to be put back in their position as a servant, where they're supposed to be. And like I said, the elder shall serve the younger. So he's going into servitude, man.
Hey, yo, ass going into a pit,
Yeah.
straight into a hole in the dirt. While you alive,
Yeah.
like he put niggas in the dirt while they dead. Your ass gonna be in one while you alive, nigga.
And
No.
we're gonna make the move. Like this don't even get comfortable, nigga. You're gonna have to move dirt holes, nigga. You're gonna have to find a way to still make it to work.
Right.
You know, all the different hoops that he make us go through, man, he gonna have to go through that shit. Alright?
Yeah,
And
his
the Lord
ass-
is
yeah.
with it.
His ass gonna be singing that song on holes.
Yeah, I was about to say
In
that.
whatever language that he gonna be speaking. Digging up a hole.
The same song.
Like,
And that cave in, nigga, you gotta go and dig a hole. And it's gonna be even that movie was in harmony. Like it had a good tune to it. Like Esau shit gonna be all
It's gonna be all
whack.
fucked up. All off tune.
Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Dark Knight, when they had that scene where he had came in and then they was like bloom bloom bloom. They was trying to sing the song and
Black
shit.
Knight.
Black Knight, what I say?
Black
Dark
Knight.
Knight, yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm
I was thinking about Batman.
I'm thinking of Batman. Like
Yeah,
you talking about Black Knight?
Yeah, Black Knight with Martin Lawrence.
Yeah, with Martin.
Yeah, they was like, no.
He said, "I need you to kick me some funk." You know, that nigga said, "Bloom, bloom, bloom, bloom."
Hey, but it's only fitting, man, because you got that one animal. You got an animal called what, the naked mole rat, and it looks like a Rothschild, man. When you look at it, man. Like, you know what I'm talking about? The little pink fucking it's like a blind fucking.
It's like a British ass.
Yeah, it's like a British rat, man. It looks like one of the Rothschild relatives, nigga. It's only fitting that that's gonna be your fate, nigga, because you're gonna be in the ground, man. You know?
Yeah, and he hate to hear that, man.
Yeah.
He hate to hear, what the Lord has purpose for him, man. You know,
Getting dreams about it.
we was done in that King's though, bro.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yep.
This is the book of Tobit, chapter 13 and verse 15. Let my soul bless the Most High, the great King, for Jerusalem shall be built up with sapphires and emeralds and precious stones. Thy walls and towers and battlements with pure gold. And the streets of Jerusalem shall be paved with beryl and carbuncle and stones of Ophir. And all her streets shall say, Alleluia, and they shall praise him, saying, Blessed be Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, which hath extolled it forever. But it talks about our buildings, how they're going to be built up, man, and our streets and everything like that. And just imagine, like, bro, they be having stones, like, if you want an actual, like, a precious stone, bro, and it'll be this big, and it costs millions of dollars, or whatever the case may be. We're going to have buildings that are going to be made out of these stones, man. I don't know if brother's still holding that Isaiah, the 60th chapter where it goes into for stone or for the brass with like you know, iron and so on and so forth. Pretty much, man, everything's gonna be upgraded, man. You know, and this is what we're coming into, man. But we're gonna have these things in its abundance, and once again, all these things have a benefit. Like the brother had mentioned, Esau touches certain things, and it brings death, right? All these things are supposed to have a certain benefit to them, man. And we're gonna be able to experience all those different things, man.
This is Isaiah 54 and 11. It says, O thou afflicted, tossed with tempest, and not comforted, behold, I will lay thy stones with fair colors, and lay thy foundations with sapphires. I will make thy windows of agates, and thy gates of carbuncles, and all thy borders of pleasant stones, man. So just imagine, you know, a cornerstone of marble. And that's just low level. Like, that's what I just thought about, you know. Or it could be opal.
Yeah.
You know? So you got these different precious stones, and you think of like you said, this little stone
like,
in the cement.
Right.
Like, no, the whole stone, the whole
Right.
it's gonna be that precious stone, man.
Like you said, in granite, like
Yeah.
tabletops.
Like you get a marble tabletop. Like, no, that
Yeah,
whole
like
thing gonna be, you know, black copal. You know,
a couple carbuncle.
and even then, like, you can't even name certain precious stones, man. You know, you got amethyst and, you know, the different ones, man. You know? But these things, man, the building's going to be built with, man, come on, man.
Man, and it's going to have a vibration, bro. Like, you walk into a certain room and it has a certain vibration.
And we can't even really imagine it, man. Like the scripture says, I have not seen, ear have not heard what the Lord has prepared. You know, so whatever we can think of in our mind, you know, it's gonna far, man. What the Lord has, bro, is gonna far surpass what we can even imagine.
Way more.
Because even you know, going back to that First Kings, the 10th chapter, what King Solomon had, niggas couldn't even exaggerate that.
Right.
Whatever they said fell short of what it actually was. And the Lord said that he's gonna do better unto us than that. So if that couldn't be described, how much more what the Lord has prepared for us, man? She said, they didn't even speak of the half. Don't you know, a nigga can exaggerate.
Right.
Like, you had those niggas that came back with the false report in the wilderness. Them niggas said, man, we like grasshoppers. Them niggas was 25 feet. These niggas exaggerating like a hoe, just scared. So you could just imagine, like, people, they were trying to exaggerate the status of King Solomon, and when you came and experienced it, it fell short on whatever they said. So you couldn't even over exaggerate what he actually had, man. So how much more what the Lord has prepared for us in purity and in righteousness?
To infinity and beyond.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, for real.
Yeah, yo.
You know, when we think of these things, it's like, bro, yeah, you got motherfuckers that say, they just think women. Bro, our mind is far past that, bro.
Yeah.
Like, look at what we talking about, man. Our mind is far past that. You know?
Did we read that Ecclesiastes?
Ecclesiastes, I believe it's the 3rd chapter.
Okay. This is it's second Ecclesiastes 2 and verse.
The 3rd chapter, right?
No, if he know where it's at.
Okay.
This I think this is Ecclesiastes 2 and 4. I made me great works. I builded me houses. I planted me vineyards. I made me gardens and orchards, and I planted trees in them of all kind of fruits.
What verse you in?
Verse 5. I made me pools of water to water therewith the wood that bringeth forth trees.
So that's building projects, bro. So here it is, I got my vineyard or I got my orchard, and it's like, you know what? I need an irrigation system.
Right.
So now you found a way to divert the river, you know, just to water. Yo, like, come on, man.
Yeah, bro. Perfect. And it's beautiful. You know it's beautiful.
Bro. Producing. You know?
Man, bro.
Go ahead up.
I got me men servants. Sorry, it says I got me servants of maidens and had servants born in my house.
Man, and you got so many different aspects. Like I was thinking about in the book of Sirach, where it talks about Aaron and the priestly garment that he would wear on the Day of Atonement, and how he wore the crown that it had engraved in it, the Holy of Holies. And it talked about how it was a costly work. All right, it was to the beauty of the eyes, you know. But it was like, man, it was
Even then, it was intertwined with gold, with blue, you know, and purple, you know, and like
you got people that are gonna, that's their job. Like, you will have certain servants. This servant's job is to tailor make all my clothing, you know.
And that's have precious stones sewn into it and chained up. And
hey, it talked about how King Solomon in the Songs of Solomon, how he had gold intertwined in his locks and his braids, man. You know, it's like, bro, we gonna be the Lord is gonna put us on, man. He's gonna put us on. Like, it's gonna be talk about. Like, it's gonna be a whole nother level, man. But even in that, you're gonna have servants that's gonna hear all your clothes is tailor made to you. You know, you got servants that, you know, you got this generation of, you know, these niggas that is really good at cooking.
Yeah, the best of the best.
You know,
the best tailors, the best blacksmiths, the best farmers, you know, the best of these heathen.
Man.
And it's not gonna be like how we are today. We learn a trade after 12 years or something like that. Like, they'll be doing it from their youth up.
That's their life, their generation. Like, this whole family line, this is what these niggas do.
Man.
You know, all his children, this is what they do. All right, they make the best tables, nigga. So, you know, when I need a table made, these niggas gonna make all the best tables, all the cabinets.
You had the Canaanites.
Yeah,
Hiram and his men. You know, Solomon hired them to carve. To talk about how they were good at hewing stone. You know, and also they were seafaring people and they knew how to navigate the sea. So I'm finna hire you to go, nigga. You finna go travel across the ocean for me and bring this back. You know, if I want something hewed to the proper, you know, parameters, or for lack of a better word, you know, dimensions, nigga, like I'm gonna get you to do it.
Yeah.
You know, so you have these different heathen that's specified in these different things, you know.
Yeah, everybody's gonna be doing something, man. And you're not gonna have useless eaters in our kingdom, man. You're not have no fucking 300-pound fat kid, fat grown man in his damn grandma's basement just doing nothing with his fucking life and shit. You know, eating fucking, you call it a little pizza rolls and
Yeah,
shit.
well, even amongst Jake. It ain't finna be no unruly ass nigga, man, smoking weed all day with long ass dreads playing 2K. You know, eating a bowl of cereal at 6 p.m. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't finna be none of that shit, man. All that is finna be corrected.
Yeah.
You know?
Ain't gonna be no woman talking about she don't want to have kids or she want to pursue her career. No, you gonna be giving birth like a motherfucker early. You know, for all you people that get mad at us, it's no, a woman's gonna be a woman when she's a woman. All right, everything's gonna go back to its proper order. All right, once you have that period, it's about time for your ass to get married off, man. And that's gonna be restored, man. You know.
This is back in Ecclesiastes 1 or 2 in verse 7. It says, I got me servants and maidens and had servants born in my house. Also, I had great possessions of great and small cattle above all that were in Jerusalem before me.
Of great and small cattle, so different variety. You know, go ahead.
I gathered me also silver
You got
and gold.
goats, lamb, you got oxen, bullocks, and you know, just a variety of these different, you know, species, man.
Right, yeah, because you got people that specify and breed in certain, you know, hey, like the dude when we went to the fair that 1 year.
And he talked about the cows.
Yeah, he talked about the cows.
He was excited to talk to us about it, man.
He loved it. Like, you gonna have certain servants like, no, I love making clothes, nigga. This is what I do. Like, you know, I love doing.
And you could tell, like, people, that the questions we asked him,
right?
Didn't nobody ask him that. You know what I'm saying? Because when we was asking, I don't know who went with us that day, but we went to go check out the you know, the cattle, and we were there with the cows. You know, and I forgot what we asked him, and you could see it. He lit up.
Right.
He lit up, and he got the you know, and he got the explaining. He got the breaking down the different process and aspects of cattle raising, bro.
Right.
And we listening like, man, like, and I'm woo, because it's going back into our heritage. That's who we are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's who we are going back into our
Operation
heritage,
things,
man.
bro.
Yeah.
You know, we were herdsmen.
Yeah. That happened to me recently, man. I went to the little pet store and I was looking for some fish and shit. And you had this one little chick, little Edomite kid, man. She was so enthusiastic. She fucking broke down all type of shit. Like, these kind of fish you can put together, these fish you can't. And while the band, you can see that she was like really into what the fuck she was talking about. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, you know.
So when you look at these different servants that we gonna have, you know, taking care of the cattle, ain't like, all right, this nigga just feed.
Ain't
my
finna be an
sheep.
Edomite out there freaking off on the lamb. Yeah, ain't finna be none of that. You know, what did Job say, man? I wouldn't even let these niggas sit with the dogs of my flock. You know, that's why this devil, it's gonna be straight hardcore labor. That's why he gonna be in the mines. That nigga gonna be underground, boy, nigga. You gonna be on the top of a mountain. Your ass gonna be in a field, in a ditch, you know? And you gonna have these different heathen overseers over his ass.
Taskmasters.
Yeah, man. You know, you think you think you're gonna be a house nigga? Nah, dog. Nobody told you to do that with us. You allow niggas to get into particular positions and all that, nigga. That ain't finna happen in the kingdom of heaven. There's a great gulf fixed.
Edomite in the house. Come on now.
Why would you allow an Edomite in the house?
Right.
Like, see, in the kingdom of heaven, bro, like, that's gonna be the thought process. Like, why would you allow a Edomite in your house?
Record scratch.
Ew. Like, that shit gonna be like, bro, that's like today, nigga, you letting a skunk in your house. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just some weird off-brand shit. Like, nigga, why the fuck you let that in your house, nigga? You go over somebody's crib, nigga, it's a whole moose in a damn living room.
Nah,
Everybody
bro.
acting normal. This
It's like on Waterboy. You know, the bitch had all kind of just random shit in their house.
Right.
Steve.
No, the horse.
Nobody to keep me company but Steve.
Yeah,
Nigga
no.
playing fucking ping pong with a goddamn horse. The fuck, man. But yeah, man, your ass, like the brother said, it's gonna be a great go fix, man. You're not gonna progress in the kingdom, man.
Yeah, you ain't gotta worry about no DEIs with us, nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ain't gotta worry about that, nigga. Go ahead, Doc.
Verse 8, Ecclesiastes 2 and 8. I gathered me also silver and gold, and the peculiar treasure of kings and of the provinces.
Right, it talked about how in 1 year, 666 talents, I think it said talents, of gold came in at one time. And I think we ended up Googling that. It was a certain amount of million, man. You know? So that's just the wealth that was being generated at that particular time. You know, if a brother can find that precept and then type into your Google. It says 666 talents of gold came into King Solomon in 1 year, and it talked about how silver was so much in abundance, bro, that it wasn't accounted for. You know, meaning nobody checking for silver. Silver was so abundant. You know, it talked about how he had brass that was precious like gold.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like the different things that he had access to, the Lord is gonna do better unto us than what he had, man. If a brother got it, go ahead.
This is 1 Kings 10 and 14. Now the weight of gold that came to Solomon 1 year was 666 talents of gold. Besides that, he had of the merchant men.
Beside that, so you had that 666 talents of gold, and addition to, go ahead.
And of the traffic of the spices merchants, and of all the kings of Arabia, and of the governors of the country. And King Solomon made 200 targets of beaten gold, 600 shekels of gold went to one target, and he made 300 shields of beaten gold. God
Man,
damn.
those are just shields. You know what I'm saying?
Oof.
What verse you in?
They get
I'm at
15
17.
and 16.
I'm at 17.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm 17 now. And he made 300 shields of beaten gold. 3 pound of gold went to one shield, and the king put them in the house of the forest of Lebanon.
Mm-hmm. So somebody
I
got
got
that.
it. This is on Google, just straight. It says 666 talents of gold worth today. and this is from goldsbroker.com. It says the weight of gold that came to Solomon in 1 year was 666 talents of gold. It says 666 talents of gold is 22 tons, which today is worth over 1 billion.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Over $1 billion, bro.
A year.
So
because he was the richest, man.
Over $1 billion, bro. You know what I'm saying? And really, the preciousness of that, like that's
It was
the
just
value
pure,
in today's
bro.
time, bro.
Pure
Like
gold.
that's low. That's low in
Of course,
today's time.
Real,
You know?
Billions.
real gold.
I got something else about it.
Of course.
So it says, I went on this V calculator, VCal.
Because in today's time, price of gold goes up and down.
Up and down.
So if we was to Google that next week,
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? Like the price will fluctuate based on the price of gold in today's time. You know, like wealth beyond wealth was being poured into that kingdom, man.
Gold calculator, I see it.
And,
Yeah.
and gold, and gold is gold, nigga. It don't fluctuate. Yeah, that's your fucking unrighteous
Decree.
paper debt note, man. That's fucking moving around like that,
Go ahead,
So what I got is it says in today's USD, 1 talent of gold is worth over 3 million. 2 talents is over 6 million. 5 talents over 16 million. 10 talents is 33 million. And then it jumped down to 666 talents of gold is over 2 billion. Yes, it's over 2 billion.
in 1 year. Beside the merchants and all that it said, man.
Right.
So, man,
And what's,
man,
that's just the talent. That's just the gold being brought in. Think about the stuff that is being produced by your servants. Like, you know, you got cattle and everything like that. And if you was able to, if you go and sell that, you know what I'm saying? Like your money's producing money. Your cattle's producing.
and add on to the fact that not only are we producing these things and whatever's being produced and made in our, you know, in our land, we can also sell it abroad,
Exactly.
but also lend it.
Oh,
Let's
usury.
not leave out the lending,
Right.
because we're going to be able to lend to these. It says what in the blessing, we
That's
shall
what
lend
it
to
is.
them, you know, and we ain't gonna borrow. I'm roughly paraphrasing that, man.
Yep.
And in according to the law,
We can put usury on
we're
their
able
ass.
to put usury on their ass, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just gonna be leveling up forever for eternity.
man, bro.
It's like, bro, it's like you're gonna have more than enough to. Here it is. Jake don't even have enough anything to pass down to your children. Like you know what I'm saying? You ain't got nothing to pass to your children. You know, when we get into the kingdom, bro, we gonna have all these children. We gonna have more than enough wealth and abundance for them to be fully taken care of generations down the line, man.
Yep, you can finish it out.
Ecclesiastes 2:8. I gathered me also silver and gold.
Wait, can I jump down in that First Kings real quick? It's that silver and
Right, it was unaccounted for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just jumping down in that First Kings 10 and 21, it says, and all King Solomon's drinking vessels were of gold, and all the vessels of the house of the forest of Lebanon were pure gold. Couldn't be having no plastic cups. You know what I'm saying? Hey, even it's the spirit I was reading in Esther, the first chapter, earlier today, and it talked about how he had the vessels, you know, the different drinking vessels, and they were all diverse. You know, so it's like you go up in the cabinet, it's like, you know, you got 3 different types of glasses, you know, you got a glass, they all look the same, but it's like, imagine each and every gold vessel that you got is, you know, specific. It's ingrained a certain way, you know, it's tailored a certain way and everything like that, man. You know, everything is like specific, you know, but it's like, we're going to have variety, abundance, and all that, man.
And not just gold either.
Yep.
You know, you can have a cup of a particular precious stone.
Yep.
You
You
know,
can mix
and
it with
and
the
and
gold,
if
you
the
can-
water sit in that, then it activates the water in a certain way, or like you can
Put the wine in it, you know, man.
preserve the wine in certain barrels, you know,
Yeah.
and let it sit for, you know,
Yeah. It says,
different types of wine at that.
yeah.
Like today's wine is all full of pesticides and it's weak as fuck. And
Roundup.
I mean, you can get wine from different fruit. Like think of all the different fruits you can
Just
get wine
imagine
from.
Noah's vineyard and the wine that was produced out of that.
Look at my spread.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Check out this.
Come on, man. You know. So what the Lord has prepared, man. Just imagine that the first wine from the cluster of grapes of the first vineyard planted back into the land of Israel. You know what I'm saying? The first cluster of wine that's been, or the first cluster of grapes that grows back in the garden of Eden again.
That's a specific addition right there. That's a
Like, because what's going to produce in our land is going to be different from what produces in these other places, man.
yeah, it's the garden.
Because that's that place where the Lord put his eyes on. You know, he gave us the choice or the best land for his people. So what's going to be able to be produced there and going to grow there, man?
It's gonna be the best.
It's going to be the best. It's going to be the highest quality of you know.
Hey, I just asked Google, right? I said, is pork in wine, right? It says, while wine is typically made from grapes, which motherfucker, is what you're supposed to make wine with, right? While wine is typically made with grapes, some wine making process may involve animal derived products like gelatin derived from pig skin used as a fining agent, making it non-vegan. And this is the fucking, this is the shit. Huh?
Is it used as a what agent?
Well, let me read that again. It says, while wine is typically made from grapes, some wine making processes may involve animal derived products like gelatin derived from pig skin used as a fining agent, making it non-vegan. This is the shit that we gotta deal with, man. With this nigga and rulership, man. This nigger, man. And the scripture says, riches are not comely for a niggard, man. Alright? So you the last motherfucker. Well, you are finna be the last motherfucker to rule, you know?
Back in 1 Kings 10 and 21, and all King Solomon's drinking vessels were of gold, and all the vessels of the house of the forest of Lebanon were of pure gold. None were of silver. It was nothing accounted of in the days of Solomon. You know, so it was like none, man.
Read that in NLT.
In the NLT, it says, all of 1 Kings 10 and 21, all of King Solomon's drinking cups were solid gold, as were all the utensils in the palace of the forest of Lebanon. They were not made of silver, for silver was considered worthless in Solomon's day.
Because of its abundance. You know, because of the abundance of
There's
it,
no
man.
lack.
You know? And as we go back, you know, and read this Isaiah 60, it's going to talk about how the Lord is going to give us these things in abundance. You know? As abundant wood is, that's how the Lord is going to give us the grass and so forth and so on. Right? But before we hit that Isaiah 60, finish that out and then jump to Isaiah 41.
It's Ecclesiastes 2 and 8. I gathered me also silver and gold, and the peculiar treasure of kings and of the provinces. I got me men singers and women singers, and the delights of the sons of men as musical instruments, and that of all sorts.
And that of all sorts, man. Your own orchestra. You know?
Man, good music, man. That's another thing. Good music with a righteous vibration, man.
Real instruments.
Yeah, real instruments. You know what I'm saying? The things that's being said in the music, it ain't like you got to tune certain like.
And also, that's made. One of you brothers was going into how pianos was made out of particular wood.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is because the vibration and the sound that it would produce from that wood. And so going back into particular, you know, trees and particular wood being used to carry the vibration of the sound of the, and all that is going to be back into harmony, man. You know?
Man, bro.
Can't wait.
Man, bro.
Go ahead, Op.
It's Isaiah 41 and 18. I will open rivers in high places and fountains.
No, finish that Ecclesiastes. There was another verse.
So like I thought I was done. It's back in Ecclesiastes.
The very next verse. Because he said, while all those riches and all those things increase, something very important remains with him.
I got it.
Yeah, pull that.
It's Ecclesiastes 2 and 9. It says, so I was great and increase more than all that were before me in Jerusalem.
Uh-huh.
Also, my wisdom remained with
And
me.
that's what allowed him to stay in his right mind, even though all those things increased. You know, because what does the scripture says? It says that the love of money is the root of all evil, which some coveted after, and it talked about many hurtful and works that have pierced themselves through. I'm roughly paraphrasing that, man. You know, but what wisdom, meaning discipline, was still with him and all these things, and that's going to be with us in the kingdom of heaven. So it ain't finna be no over abusing, you know, or coming too puffed up or proud, you know, or thinking that you did it with your own hand. It ain't finna be none of that, man.
Going on.
The Lord, exactly. The Lord's wisdom is going to remain with us as He increase us in all these things. You know, you scared to be increased on this side because you don't know, you know, like, Lord, I don't know how I would act with $20 million. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Jake get $20 million and you might think in your mind, I'm going to do this with it, I'm going to do that with it. But then when it's really there, then all of a sudden your ass fucking flying all over the goddamn place. Your ass in places where your ass ain't supposed to be, getting caught up in fucking earthquakes in Thailand and shit. You know? You had this streamer nigga, he had went over there in Thailand and he got caught in that damn earthquake. And he lucky the Lord didn't kill his ass, man. I think his name was Deshaun Frost or some shit.
Deshaun Frost?
Yeah, he's a fucking streamer nigga.
Yeah.
You know? But these dudes get money and destroy themselves, man. See, but the Lord is going to allow us to gain the world and also maintain discipline, because we're going to have that fleshly heart in us, man, to be obedient, you know? And that's a key thing. And if riches do decrease or increase while we still on this side, we got to pray that the wisdom of the Lord remain with us, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Brother, the Lord might bless you with another wife. You might get 2 or 3 women. Pray that the Lord's wisdom remain with you, man. You know? It's very key. That's a very key thing. The wisdom remaining with us, man. But you can jump back, bro.
Isaiah 41 in verse 18. I will open rivers in high places and fountains in the midst of the valleys. I will make the wilderness a pool of water,
Mm-hmm.
and the dry land springs of water.
Now, on the spiritual note, it applies to us. You know? In a spiritual note, we were represented that wilderness, that dry land, which the knowledge of the Lord, which represents this water, has poured upon us. But applying it in a physical way, that's our land. That dry land, that wilderness, the Lord is going to cause waters to break forth, man. You know, supposedly, brothers were sharing different clips of the aftermath of the earthquake. Supposedly, it was a place, you know, that got hit by that earthquake. They had cracks all in the ground, and it was just water shooting out of the ground. And it was just water shooting out of the ground, bro. And dude was recording, and he was looking at the different pockets of water, and you could see how the water was shooting out of the ground in those different areas. You know? And it was like, damn, bro, like, it's nothing for the Lord, bro. It's water underneath our land right now. Just waiting for the Lord to shake the earth and to move things how it's supposed to be moved, however he do it, to where the water starts to come out in certain areas of our land, man. You know, it's nothing for the Lord to do these different things, you know?
On the sudden, to make a poor man rich.
Yeah.
Nothing for the Lord on the sudden. Once this place goes down, the earth is ours. You know, it's going to be taken. I believe we read it or we quoted it, you know, that the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due season you will put over it one that is profitable.
Yep, 144,000 Brightburns.
Yeah.
You know, you watch that movie Brightburn, man. What was that voice telling us?
Take
the world.
Take the world.
Take the world.
So when Holy Jerusalem come down out of heaven, what do you think is about to happen?
Take
the
world.
You know, those fishers gonna be turned into those hunters, man. You know, and they gonna conquer the earth.
Mighty men.
And that's the exciting part, bro. Like, I want to be a partaker of all. See what we talking about, bro. I want to experience. I gotta be there to see it, bro. You know, I want to see the foundation being laid. I want to see the beginning of all this. I don't want to be born in the kingdom and this building already builded. The stone. I'm looking at the stones as a surety. you know, like, man, look at the colors and, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, no, I want to be there to see the foundation laid.
Start the
You know, like I want to be there to witness the you know, the smoke clearing, you know, the land being cleansed,
Right.
you know, the burying of the bodies as it says in Ezekiel 39, you know, and then that first tree shooting up.
Yeah.
Like I want to see all that, bro. Like I want to see our land transform from that desert to the Garden of Eden once again.
That first ship sending Esau off.
Yeah, bro, putting his ass on them ships, bro.
Sending that nigga on his first.
We ain't got nowhere to send that nigga but around the world, right back to where we at. Just so he can know how to fucking feel to be on a ship packed together, man.
Man, bro.
Packed on that bitch sardine.
Yeah, man. There's a precept where it says that the cry of the Chaldeans is in the ships. And there's no history, there's no record of the Chaldeans, those Babylonians being put on ships, man. You know?
Yeah, we got tossed.
So like it says in Joel the 3rd chapter, like the Lord, we gonna sell his children unto the Sabaeans, a people afar off. That's what the scriptures say. So instead of, you know, doing a whole train through land and this big ass carriage, like nah, nigga, we finna send your ass in this boat. We finna pack your ass together, nigga.
If we right here, we finna send this nigga on a trip all the way around and get right next to us.
Yeah,
we go 10 feet over.
Send his ass right.
We gotta send his ass to China, nigga. We finna send him all the way back around.
China.
Make sure you look at America, nigga. When you pass by, look at the shore of that desert. You know what I'm saying? As you sail a year and a half or however long,
Right.
all the way back around.
Right.
Man.
We make the weather terrible and shit. We ain't even.
Yeah, he gonna be looking at gonna be like a little crack in the boat that he can see the fucking. Hey, well, scriptures talk about how we got tossed violently like a ball. You know what I'm saying? That was brutal, man. So you gonna have to feel that, man. And you gonna feel it double, man.
He gonna be chained, man. He gonna have chains on your fucking neck. You have chains on your feet. You're gonna be chained together. You're gonna learn how to, you know how Jake was walking when they chained together. He gonna experience all that, man.
Like they doing the Northern Kingdom right now, man. Sending their ass down there. I think it's in Ecuador.
Yeah.
You know, they got their hand on their neck. They gotta walk in a crouching motion like a frog, man. You know, chained up and everything like that, man. Gotta have their heads down like this, bro, uncomfortable as hell. Like they doing Northern Kingdom right now, man. Their ass is gonna get it, man.
Yeah, Esau gonna get his, man. You know, and see, this is our hope. That's why the Revelation 13 says this is the faith and the patience of the saints.
Good news.
You know, so that's why, look, nigga, we take our ass to work, even though we dread it. It hurts. But, nigga, we take our ass to work every day. You know, we do what the fuck we need to do, pay our taxes. You know, we here until we ain't. Because we know what's coming. You know? So whatever propaganda or false accusation this devil gonna try to do with his infiltrators, gonna try to say that we militant, you know what I'm saying? Gonna try to say that we trying to do this and we're looking to overthrow this and that. And no, we ain't, nigga. No, we ain't. The true men, right? The true believers of Yahweh Basham Yahushua, we know what it is. You know, we gonna sit back and allow Yahweh Basham Yahushua to work, man. You know, just like the Lord told us when we was by the sea. You know, Moses said, stand still and see the salvation of your God, man. That's what we doing. You know, so we ain't taking up arms. We ain't doing none of that shit, man. What did Yahweh tell Peter? You know?
Curses he that lived by the sword.
He didn't say curse, but he that liveth by the sword must die by the sword. Roughly paraphrasing that,
He
man.
that taketh up the sword will perish with the sword.
You know? So we ain't taking up arms, man. We waiting on the Lord to take down this bitch. And then the Lord gonna give us the power to do things after that. You see, that's what we waiting on, man.
Yeah, right now you get chopped up. Right now you get chopped up with the spiritual sword. See, our weapon is spiritual, man. And you can't block. You ain't a shield. You can't do this. You can't do nothing with a spiritual sword. You just you just feeling it, nigga. It's like you taking every jab, nigga.
Yeah, where the Lord talked about his arrows.
Yeah.
You know, it's in Psalms, and I can't properly word it. You know, but it's talking about us. You know, we're the Lord's spiritual arrows, man.
Yeah.
You know, but we can keep reading Isaiah 41.
Isaiah 41 in verse 19, it says, I will plant in the wilderness the cedar, the shittah tree, and the myrtle, and the oil tree. I will set in the desert the fir tree, and the pine, and the box tree together. that they may see and know and consider and understand together that the hand of Yahweh hath done this, and the Holy One of Israel hath created it.
That's it, man. So that those trees, man, and keep in mind there's a variety of those type of trees, man. All that is about to be abundant in our land once again, man. You know, and we're gonna have these things in this variety, right? Like frankincense, we got frankincense, but not knowing, bro, there's green frankincense, there's brown frankincense, there's different type of frankincense out there. You know, you got regular amber, you got golden amber, you got, you know, these different, man, it's so much and it's an abundance, man. And we're gonna have access to all these things, you know? Brothers like the smells and how to mingle the different smells and that, man, bro. We got greatness the Lord has prepared for us. You know, and it goes far beyond women. It goes far beyond women.
Yeah. And even with that, man, our women, they gonna be straight, man.
Yeah,
they gonna have servants.
They gonna love it, bro.
Oh my gosh, bro.
They gonna love it. To have clothes tailor made for you. You ain't gotta go to the store and try this on. You know how women, they like to shop and go try shit on and buy shit. Like,
It's gonna be
they're like, nah, you ain't gotta worry about going to go try something on. No, you're gonna have tailors who are gonna make your dresses tailor made. That's gonna be intertwined with gold and silver and different colors, man. You know?
Yeah.
You're gonna have women waiting on your hand and foot.
Yeah.
whatever
You're gonna be able to and be creative, enjoy. You know, women like having. They always like want to have a party, baby showers, and all this stuff. And I was thinking once again, reading in Esther, how when the king had his feast, you know, brought all the princes and everything like that. The queen Vashti at that time, she had a feast for the women. You know, through the, you know, so the same things like, you know, you would have your brothers, you know, sisters and wives and different things like that, man. Y'all get together, enjoy each other. You know what I'm saying? Everything's gonna be in harmony, man. Like everything's gonna be good. Our fam, everybody's gonna be happy from the top to the bottom. You know, men, women, children, the animals, like everything's just gonna be in perfection, man.
That was it on this Isaiah.
Yep. Isaiah 60, whoever got it.
This you want to start at 13?
Nope, you gonna start up further than that. Start at 4.
It's Isaiah chapter 60 and verse 4. It says, lift up thy eyes round about and see. All they gather themselves together, they come to thee. Thy son shall come from far, and thy daughter shall be nursed at thy side.
Mm-hmm.
Then thou shalt see and flow together, and thy heart shall fear.
Meaning be amazed. When you look up that word in the Hebrew, it means to be amazed. What the hell do we have to be afraid or fear anything in the kingdom of heaven? That word fear means being amazed. You know? If brothers and sisters, you ever traveled, you've been to, you know, these major cities, you know, and you ever been in fucking rush hour traffic, and then you can see the road, and it's like an endless thing of just cars, bro. It's just like endless, and you just looking like, bro, it's literally finna be 2 hours before I get to my exit, bro. Cause you looking at all this traffic, bro. Imagine that, like you in your city, and you know you just so happen, cause you know usually the castle sit above the wall, you can see. So imagine you just looking out your castle, bro, and you see just this train of people, bro, waiting to come in to just give gifts into the city gates.
Right.
Offerings.
To give offerings, bro. And the line or the train so far back, it's like you can't see the end of it. And these are all people just coming to give you offerings.
Every day.
So that's why it's like, bro, like, you shall see, and your mind gonna be amazed.
Bro, on a sudden, man.
Gonna be amazed at these things, man. And that's what the Lord has prepared. He said to give us an expected end. You know, we read it earlier. You know, it was he brought this evil upon us, so shall he bring us all this good. And we can clearly see we damn sure went through the hell. So why wouldn't we expect this good that the Lord has prepared? You got it.
It says, and thy heart shall fear and be enlarged, because the abundance of the sea shall be converted unto thee.
Right. Now that sea represents the people. So the abundance of the people shall be converted unto us, man. You know, but I like to look at that in another angle as well. The actual sea. See, Esau got control. He got maritime laws. He tell you what can be shipped, when, where it's going, and all this shit. Well, we're gonna be able to control what's being put on the oceans, man. We're in control of what's being put. What's been sent there? What's being sent over here? The allocation of these different goods and things to be traveled. So we're gonna have control of the trade routes.
Yeah.
Not only the trade routes on the land, but also the ones on the sea.
Yeah.
You see?
Ain't gonna be no black market. Ain't gonna be nothing we don't know about.
So we're gonna have all that is gonna be converted unto us, man. You know how much money is transferred over the ocean? You know how much goods and wealth is being transported?
Yeah, you know that even with the Panama Canal, they talk about how much traffic goes through those canals, how much money actually goes through that canal, you know, on a daily basis, man. And those is like those big ass ships, like those big ass shipping containers.
Yep. Cargo
ships.
Yeah, I think it's a particular name they call them. I know it's like barge.
Yeah.
They call it a big ass barge, and they got, you know.
Yeah, and I wish I could, you know, really know the size of it, man. But all of that, they be having stacked up big ass containers on top.
The semi containers.
Yeah.
You know, they go in the back of semi trucks.
Yeah, exactly.
They be fucking 1,000, 5,000 of them, you know.
Imagine that all that's coming to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then you got your servants like, all right, oh wait, what's this? Okay, well, hold on, what is this? What we got over here?
And they taking note of everything that's coming in.
Yep, you know what's coming in, what's coming out. Okay, what we got? All right, we got 10. All right, 10 talents of gold over here. All right, we're gonna put the gold over there. What you got? Frankincense. Okay.
And we gonna know who bringing what.
Right. This from
Moab just brought this. Okay.
Right.
Okay. What's been going on there, man? They've been good. What's the report there? All right, make sure it rain.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like shit, like things like that, man. Hold on, what's been going on? Hold on, what's the report there?
Yeah.
Oh, don't you been running rapid there? Hold on, they didn't bring their ass up for the Feast of Tabernacles? I mean, ain't no rain on that goddamn place, man.
Yeah.
You know? Matter of fact, let's pray to the Lord, bro. It's send a plague. You know? Or you could pray and shut up the womb. Oh, they like to commit an adultery there?
Yeah.
No more children being had. None of the women getting pregnant there now.
Yeah.
That's what the Lord did to my man's crib. Was he the Philistine king?
Yeah.
When he had grabbed Sarah, the Lord said he shut up the womb of all the women in that bro. You know, so these are things like bro, the Lord has control over these things, man. So through proper judgment being allocated through his people, like we can pray to the Lord and Lord, these, you know, or who knows, he might have us the power to
J down on their ass.
You know, not just J down. Of course, we gonna have a ruler, and we gonna rule him with a rod of iron. But I mean to shut wombs.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I'm speaking as a man, but the Lord can give a brother the power to shut a womb of a whole nation. You know, like I ain't no kids been having here in 5 years. 5-year children drought.
Right.
You know, or 5-year cattle drought. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like the Lord did.
Different plagues, and you know, because of their disobedience. You know, I don't know the type of power the Lord, you know, that's why the scripture says, you know, we see through a glass darkly, man. And this is why I can't wait, bro, for Yahweh Shah to return, bro, for we to have the fullness of this, you know, and actually see these things play out and actually know and understand, like, damn, you know, this what the Lord granted us, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, that's crazy, man. All that's coming to us, man. People gonna be offering themselves, servants. You know?
Yeah, you're going to have a royalty of these different nations, man. They're going to come trying to make leagues with you. Yeah, here's my daughter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This is the princess of Moab that he's trying to, you know, offer to you or to your son.
Like they did with King Solomon.
Like exactly. Yep.
Yeah. And nothing we do is going to be, see, the scripture says, woe to him whose works are in the dark. And they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us, man. This dude got to do all kind of underhanded schemes and, you know, try to, you know, work his way. You know, you got the Greater Israel Project that they're trying to do. And they're trying to say that, oh, yeah, Hamas. You know, yeah, we bombed these schools and killed all these kids because Hamas. You know, we ain't going to have to do shit like that, man. Everything we do is going to be up front, out in the open, man. You know. true transparency, man. That's what you're about to see, man. You know, we're not gonna tell no underhand nigga jokes, and you know how they tell those little jokes and shit. Or they'll make movies like Planet of the Apes. They really making fun of us. No, we gonna openly mock your ass, man. Everybody's gonna know you're a fucking joke.
I mean, according to brothers, you know, spirit, shit, or creativity.
Yeah.
Because that Planet of the Apes, that's some creative shit, nigga. You calling us monkeys, nigga? Ha ha ha! A great laugh. You know, so a brother can make a movie based on goddamn swine. You know, there's a whole bunch of swine that spiritually represent Esau. Like, you know, you can use these symbologies, like, because that's symbolic. That's an analogy that they use. And that's not, you know, the Lord gonna allow analogies and symbologies to be used in the kingdom as well. You know, so yeah, we gonna openly mock their ass, but it ain't this shit, brothers. You know, you might have a Moabite make a goddamn play based on Esau, and you know, go ahead up.
It says, because the abundance of
What's
the
the
sea.
verse you at? What verse?
Verse 5, so like it. This is Isaiah chapter 16, verse 5 again. It says, then thou shalt see and flow together, and thy heart shall fear and be enlarged, because the abundance of the sea shall be converted unto thee. The forces of the Gentiles shall come unto thee. The multitude of camels shall cover thee. The dromedaries of Midian and Ephah, all they from Sheba shall come. They shall bring gold and incense.
Gold and incense, man. Come on now. This is all what's going to be brought. And it says the camels and the dromedaries, they're going to cover us. So that's just going, the perfect example we read in 1 Kings. When the Queen of Sheba came with a very great train. You know? So these different camels and these people that's going to be coming in, and these camels going to be loaded. You know, they're going to be loaded with the different offerings for the gods, man. Go ahead.
And they shall show forth the praises of Yahweh. All the flocks of Kedar shall be gathered together unto thee. The rams of Nebaioth, it says, shall minister unto thee. They shall come up with acceptance on my altar. And I will glorify the house of my glory. Who are these that fly as a cloud and as the doves to their windows?
Just picture that sight, man. You know, you seen them that Marvel movie Black Panther, and it was like, you know, once they went into that
dome.
Yeah, it was like a thing they flew through, and to get into Wakanda.
Right.
And it was like the people was walking around and they looked up and they were seeing the chariot just fly. That's how it's gonna be in our land.
Chariots.
It's gonna be just chariots. What somebody grabbed that? I believe it's Isaiah 4. It says there should be a defense on every house, man. See, that's gonna be a common sight in our land in the kingdom to come. Chariots, man. That's gonna be a common sight, man.
It ain't gonna be like, is that a chariot?
Yeah,
it ain't over there.
You know, it ain't gonna be like, like nah. These gonna be common, you know.
In and out, yep.
Go ahead.
Chariot coming out the water out of, you know. This is Isaiah 4 and 5. And the Lord Yahweh will create upon every dwelling place of Mount Zion, and upon her assemblies a cloud and smoke by day, and the shining of a flaming fire by night.
Now, what do we have in the wilderness?
The chariot.
You had the pillar, the cloud by day, and a pillar of fire by night. And what was that chariot for? You know, it was our defense. So here it is. There's going to be a defense over us, man. But Gog and Magog going to rise up after 1,000 years, though. Silly ass niggas, man. Go ahead.
It said,
It says, verse 5, and the Lord will create upon every dwelling place of Mount Zion, and upon her assemblies a cloud and smoke by day, and the shining of a flaming fire by night. For upon all the glory shall be a defense, and there shall be a tabernacle for a shadow in the daytime from the heat, and for a place of refuge, and for a covert from storm and from rain.
You know, so the Lord got us, man. So going back to the Isaiah 60, it's talking about the chariots. You know, go ahead.
Back in Isaiah chapter 60 and verse 8 again, it say, who are these that fly as a cloud and as the doves to their windows? Surely the isles shall wait for me, and the ships of Tarshish first to bring thy sons from far.
And what's the ships of Tarshish, man? You know, you had King Solomon that had a navy. So these were seafaring ships, man, that would travel across the ocean. So these different ships is gonna come in, man. Go ahead, Op.
Say, to bring thy sons from far, their silver and their gold with them, unto the name of Yahweh thy power, and to the Holy One of Israel, because he hath glorified thee. And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee. Therefore thy gates shall be open continually, they shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be brought. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted.
Right. And it means exactly what it means. While vocab be trying to, well, because Captain Cesariak brought this precept out on his ass, and he was like, that doesn't mean. Like, nigga, what does nations not mean nations?
Bro.
It means what it says, my nigga. So you can grab your head, you can sigh as much as you want, dog.
Bro, I felt the pain. I felt the pain in that side, man. That nigga was hurt when he said that shit. He was hurt.
Yeah, this was coming, man. This is what's prepared. You know, this is what's prepared for the whole earth. If you're not of the seed line of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, you know, this is what you're gonna have to do. Go ahead.
The glory of Lebanon shall come unto thee, the fir tree, the pine tree, and the box together, to beautify the place of my sanctuary, and I will make the place of my fleet glorious.
Right. The place of his feet. Go ahead. That's the earth. So the earth is gonna get that glory back, man. You know, in the place wherein he set his eyes, where he look upon, you know, continually, which is our land. It's going to be the most abundant or the most glorious part of the earth. Go ahead.
The sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee, and all that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet, and they shall call thee the city of Yahweh, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel. It says, whereas thou hast been forsaken and hated, so that no man went through thee, I will make thee in eternal excellency, a joy of many generations. Thou shalt also suck the milk of the Gentiles, and shalt suck the breast of kings, and thou shalt know that I, Yahweh, am thy Savior and thy Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob.
Ooh, there it is, man. So their resources, man, is going to sustain us, man. You know? There's a precept in Leviticus, I believe it's the 26th chapter, that says that we're going to bring forth the old store because of the new. You know, so he's going to be new constantly putting in, so we're going to have to bring forth the old, man. Go ahead.
It says, for brass I will bring gold.
For brass, I will bring gold. So as abundant as brass is, this how gold is going to be. Go ahead.
And for iron I will bring silver. And for wood, brass. And for stones, iron. I will also make thy officers peace, and thy exactors righteousness.
So we're going to have all these things in abundance, man. You know, so if we're going to have gold in abundance, silver, brass, iron, then just imagine wood. And not just regular wood.
Oak.
You know?
Yeah, they got the scent and you
Precious wood. See, in Ezekiel, what is that? I believe it's the 26th chapter. It could be the 27th chapter. It goes into the merchandise of Tyre. And it talked about how it had particular precious wood that they were trafficking. You know? And it lines up with Revelation 18, which is why we could tie in the ancient place of Tyre and apply that to America today. Because it's a merchant city. And the same things that were being traded in ancient Tyre in Ezekiel 26 and 27 is the same things that's being traded here in America in Revelation 18. Which is why we can make that correlation between the king of Tyre, where it says, thou art wiser than Daniel, which applies to Esau today. See, niggas ain't got it, man. How can you apply that to? Because you ain't got it. You ain't got the spirit, nigga. You know? These dudes are so low level and so, the word that the apostles been using, man, persona non grata. You know, just a bunch of nobodies, man, that just try to pick up the book and think you what the scholarship. You know? Nigga ain't got no type of wisdom to him. But anyway, go ahead.
Verse 18, it say, violence shall no more be heard in thy land, wasting nor destruction within thy borders. But thou shalt call thy walls salvation, and thy gates praise. The sun shall be no more thy light by day, neither for brightness shall the moon give light unto thee.
Right, now that's not saying that the sun and the moon ain't gonna be in its course. You know, that's saying how, you know, we will never be in darkness again. What does the scripture say? How the Lord called us out of darkness into his marvelous light. Well, we're never going back into that darkness. That's what it's saying. The Lord is not going to lead us into captivity no more. He's not going to forsake us or leave us. You know, from this point now to where our awakening, if Lord's will, we of the elect, from this point of our awakening into eternity, the Lord's going to be with us, man. You got it.
But Yahweh shall be unto thee an everlasting light, and thy power thy glory. Thy sun shall no more go down, neither shall thy moon withdraw itself. For Yahweh shall be thine everlasting light, and the days of thy mourning shall be ended. Thy people also shall be all righteous. They shall inherit the land forever, the branch of my planting, the work of my hands, that I may be glorified. A little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation. I, Yahweh, will hasten in it in his time.
That's it. And how can one man become a nation speedily? With one woman that can only get pregnant once a year?
That's sad.
But if you take that one man and he has 10 women,
Right.
That's 10 children.
that's 10 children a year. Or 20 or 30.
Man, he impregnate 100.
You see? So how fast can the Lord produce or bring back a nation with one man with multiple women? It just makes sense. This is how the Lord is going to hasten it, man. You know?
Yeah, because it's more of a purpose just to have, because women these days, they think just, we do it just for pleasure and type shit. Nah, there's a reason for everything, bro. It's not just about, you know what I'm saying, that bullshit. You know?
Yeah, they think it's all about lust. Like,
Yeah,
Jake is just so like, we ain't you niggas. Like this world is so about just carnal and lust and fulfilling your pleasure, man. And it's far more than that, man. It's far more than that. What the Sirach says, not to desire her for pleasure.
Right.
See, in this society, that's all she got. That's
all
all she's worth. Like,
yeah. That's just
you know.
sad.
But in the kingdom, it's gonna be so far beyond that, man.
They gonna know how to draw, cook, like perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like, golly.
You know, it's gonna be wonderful, bro. So I just want to read this real quick because this is one of the merchandise, for lack of a better word, that was being traded in ancient Tyre, which once again applies to America today. This is Ezekiel 27:14. It says, "They of the house of Torgama traded in thy fairs with horses and horsemen and mules. The men of the Dan were thy merchants. Many owls were the merchandise of thy hand. They brought thee for a present horns of ivory and ebony." And when you look up ebony, that goes into a particular precious wood, you know, which lines up with Revelation 18 chapter. I just pulled that. Because these different things that are being traded, you know, here in America and around the world, and that was being traded in the ancient world, in ancient Tyre, in Egypt and Babylon. Well, our Israel, Jerusalem specifically, is going to be the hub for all these different trades, you know, to go through into you know. So we're going to build our wealth, man. This Revelation 18:12. The merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones and of pearls and fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet and all thine wood and all manner of vessels of ivory. It says, in all manner of vessels of ivory and all manner of vessels of most precious wood and of brass and iron and marble. So those same things that are being traded and that are being, you know, trafficked here in this place, where we're going to have control over all these things in the kingdom of heaven to come. You know, those different types of precious wood, man, that gives off smells and, you know, whew, man. You know, so this is what we got waiting for us, man. And like we said at the beginning, man, it goes far beyond women, man. You know, it goes far beyond having a multitude of women. That's what people think. You know, we just made this up. You know, just because man, these niggas just extra horny. No, this is the things that the Lord has provided for us, man. You know, yes, we're gonna have multiple women. Yes, but not only that, man, but we're gonna control the resources of the earth. You know, we ain't gonna just have one type of honey, man. We're gonna have a variety of different honeys. We're gonna have, and I ain't talking about women. I'm talking about actual honey. You know, we're gonna have a variety of incense. You know, copal and frankincense and myrrh. We're gonna have a variety of precious stones, opal, amethyst, these different things, man. You know, we're gonna really enjoy the fruit of the earth in all its variety and abundance, man. You know,
You're gonna be able to share it, man. You're gonna be able to distribute it to your household, your children's children, and you know, your brother might have a wedding. You know, y'all houses, you know, his daughter might be marrying one of your sons, you giving gifts, or, you know, it's like, hey brother, I ain't gonna make it to, the ceremony, but I'm gonna send you these gifts. I got this from Moab, and, you know, being able to enjoy these things amongst one another, man. You know, hey, brothers do it now. You know, brothers send incense. And,
like Elder Malcolm, like brothers, you know, brothers know what Elder Malcolm would be gifting brothers.
yeah.
Imagine that custom made for you. You know what I'm saying? You know, like this is specifically made for this brother. I had the finest, blacksmith,
You got your name
You know.
engraved.
or I had the finest tailor. He put this together.
Right.
You
Check
know?
out this fit, you know. Brothers, you know, hey, when brothers get around each other, man, and get to visit, you know, sometimes brothers, like, you know, they might buy brother this or that, you know, some shoes or something, or whatever is on, you know, brother's spirit at times, but it's like really be able to do this in its fullness and to be perfect, you know. You just, hey, you, a brother on your mind or whatever, is like, man, hey, I'm finna, hey, I sent something over to you, go check it out. You know, it's gonna be at your palace at this area, you know. And it's like we're gonna be able to actually enjoy these things, enjoy one another in this fullness, man. You know, in full righteousness, you know.
So that's it.
I have one. This is the book of Haggai. Salakia, I had it. This is the book of Haggai, chapter 2, in verse
You should start at 6.
Okay, Haggai 2 and 6, it says, "For thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, yet once it is a little while, and I will shake the heavens and the earth, and the sea and the dry land."
That's his return. That's the judgment he's going to bring upon the earth, where it shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, man. So this is going into the second death when the Lord subjugate this earth. Go ahead.
"And I will shake all nations, and the desire of all nations shall come, and I will fill this house with glory, saith the Lord of hosts."
Right, so after the Lord brings the judgment upon Esau, Edom, upon America, once the Holy Jerusalem come out of heaven and subjugate the earth, then in Isaiah 60 that we just read is going to be in full effect, to where the Lord is going to cause all these different resources to start pouring into Israel, man. Go ahead.
"The silver is mine, and the gold is mine, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts. The glory of this latter house shall be greater than of the former, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts. And in this place will I give peace, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai of hosts."
Yep, and we read briefly about the former house, man. It reached its height under King Solomon. Over $2 billion in today's dollars was being generated in his kingdom in 1 year. Beside that means, in addition to the merchandise, the traffic, and all that was being produced, man. You know, and like we stated earlier, like they couldn't even exaggerate. She said men talk about this, and I didn't believe them. But now that I come and seen it for myself, they couldn't even explain the half of what I'm seeing. So they couldn't even over exaggerate what the Lord did for us under King Solomon. So if what we're talking about is going to pass that, if you couldn't over exaggerate that, man, then it ain't no way in hell we can think upon what the Lord has prepared for us. Like, I ain't got no words for it, Joe. It's ineffable. You know, look that word up. It's ineffable. You know, so throughout Yahweh Basham Yahushai, man, for giving us such a great hope as this. You know, it truly, man, makes what we going through nothing. You know, when we really sit back and meditate and think upon what the Lord has prepared for us and what's waiting for us, man, that really brings to light Romans the 8th chapter, man, when it says that the suffering in this present time is not worthy to be compared with the glory that shall be revealed. You know, what it talked about when Jacob, when it says that when he served for Rachel, it says that
it was 7 years was like
yeah, it was like that time he was there was short, you know, and we got to keep that mentality of the hope in what the Lord has before us, man, because before we know it, we're gonna be there. You know, we're gonna be there, man.
Waking upon our beds with a two-edged sword in our hand, singing the praises of Yahweh Basham Yahushai.
That's it.
Talk about a retirement plan, my man.
Hey, so Lord will, man, we hope this was edifying. We're gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai Bahasham Chakodash.
double honors to our apostles and elder bishops, great millstone, peace, blessings, salutations to all you brothers preaching the gospel in truth and in sincerity, always in charity. Shalom.
Shalom.
Kwam Yashala.
Kwam Yashala.